beat South Warren by 8. The other games were in district play. Cumberland County twice by 2 and 10. Clinton County 13 and 12, and Russell County 22 and 19. The four losses in the 4th region have been close. They lost to Warren East by 6, Monroe by 7, of course Barren County by 4 back in December, and Glasgow by 1 point. Lady Hornets average 51.2 points a game. They give up 48. They shoot 41% from the field, 34% from behind the arc. They average 5 threes a game. They shoot 56.6% from the foul line and average 26.3 rebounds a game. The Trojanettes are averaging 51.1 points per ball game. They give up only 37.5 points. They shoot 44.2% from the field, 31.2 from behind the arc, averaging 4 threes a game. They've made 87 threes out of 279 attempts, shooting 65.6% from the foul line and averaging 24 rebounds.
Favorites advance with Metcalfe County, and I think it would be a pretty good district championship game if those two were able to do it.
Yeah. Looking at tonight's area schedule, brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. There's a lot on the schedule for tonight. We'll run down the double headers first. Caverna's at Adair County, Greenwood at Allen County, Scottsville, Cumberland County at Glasgow, Hart County is at Monroe. Lots of single games. Bowling Green girls at Central Hardin, Wayne County girls at Clinton County, Greene County girls at Elizabethtown. Logan County girls are in Hopkinsville, while the Logan County boys host South Warren. Franklin Simpson girls are at Russellville, while the Franklin Simpson boys host Warren East. South Warren girls at Todd Central, North Hardin boys at Bowling Green, Russell County boys at Danville, Russellville boys at Edmonson County, the Warren Central boys hosting Evangel Christian tonight. That's a look at tonight. Countdown to tip-off, about 7.5 minutes away. And this is Trojanet basketball, brought to you by Don Franklin Auto on Nash 103.7. It is time to look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications. For the Metcalfe County Lady Hornets under new head coach Greg Stevens. His assistant coaches are Heidi Coleman and Noah Potter. Heidi Coleman was a standout point guard here at Metcalfe County back in the 90s. And talked to her a little bit, Robert. Of course, I broadcasted games here at Metcalfe County from 1990 to 1996, and she was on the varsity 4 years, went to Wake Forest, and hadn't seen her in probably 30 years, I guess it's been at least 25. And got to talk to her for a little bit. She was a very, very nice player, and now she's on the coaching staff here, and an added plus to this program.
Yeah, good to mention to have an alumni back. That was...
London, a 5'9" freshman, averaging 13 points and 4 rebounds a game. She wears number 34. J.C. Harper, number 21, a 5'9" senior, 10 points and 6.7 rebounds. Anna Blythe, a 5'10" sophomore, number 2, averages 8 points and 5.8 boards a game. Aubrey Glass, a 5'3" 8th grader, averages 5. And Aubrey Jolly, a 5'2" 8th grader that averages 5 points a game. So they start 2 8th graders, a freshman, a sophomore, and a senior in the lineup tonight for the Lady Hornets. Barren County Trojanettes, 17-6 under 7th-year head coach Piper Lindsay, 154 wins and 62 losses. Her coaching staff consists of Scott Chapman, Courtney Cruz, Brent Spillman, and Michael Toms. Starting Katie Murphy, number 3, a 5'6" sophomore, averaging 6.4 points and 4.4 rebounds a game. Raven Ennis, number 20, a 5'10" senior, averaging 12.3 points and 6.2 rebounds. Macy Lockhart, number 22, a 5'10" junior, averaging 8.2 points a game. Addison London, number 24, a 5'8" senior, averaging 5.3 points a game. And Abby Varney, a 5'6" sophomore, averaging 12.2 points and 4.5 rebounds a game for the Trojanettes. As we mentioned, the Trojanettes ranked number 2 this week, as they have been all season long in the first time this season in the Bowling Green Daily News Prep poll behind Franklin Simpson, who was number 2 after that 50-47 win last Tuesday night, while the Lady Hornets ranked number 4 in both the Lexington Herald Leader Cantrell ratings and the Bowling Green Daily News Prep poll. So there you have our starting lineups of tonight's game, brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications. We'll have the Farmers RACC Jackie Brownie Memorial opening tip-off coming up, and our first quarter of action brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities we serve and believe that the community thrives, its people prosper. We're following Trojanet basketball tonight here from Edmonton on Nash 103.7, WHHT-FM, Cave City, Glasgow, and online at Nash1037.com. The officials for tonight's game are Scott Daniels, Tommy Young, and Chris Reeder, and the officials are powered by Farmers Energy Propane Plus and More Store. Back with the tip-off after this break. The Trojanettes and Lady Hornets in Game 1 of our doubleheader here in Edmonton as you're following Barren County. 103.7. Metcalfe County High School. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer acts as our studio producer back in the Nash 103.7 studios. Barren County and their traveling burgundy tonight with white numbers and letters outlined in gold. And down to our left, of course, the Barron's bench. We are right directly behind the Barren County bench tonight here at Metcalfe County. Metcalfe County Lady Hornets to our left in their home white uniforms with maroon numbers and letters. Metcalfe across the front of their jerseys. Got a little gray trim in there. And a good crowd here for this Tuesday night, last week of the regular season. And looking for a Trojanette victory tonight, hopefully to get things going down the stretch here with Clinton County coming in on Thursday night and then heading over to Glasgow to take on the Lady Scotties in district tournament action a week from last night.
Yeah, very good crowd here tonight, and this is the closest school outside of Glasgow to us regionally. Yeah. We used to play them 2 times a year. It always used to be, or about 20 years ago, it always used to be our first game, and then we'd play them at the end, so we'd play them 2 times a year. We haven't done that in a long time, but it makes a lot of sense. It's going to be a good crowd, and it's a short trip.
Barren County moving right to left. Metcalfe County coming left to right. Anna Blythe against Raven Ennis, and it's controlled by the Trojanettes. Here's Varney's play the defenders, flips up the shot, missed it. Got a little bit of a hurry. Blythe with a rebound for Metcalfe County. So bring it down the floor. Glass, the 8th grader, will give it out now to Blythe, and they'll set it up now with London, the freshman, out to Jolly. Jolly right side of the key. As London backs off of her, goes left side with it on the post to Blythe. Now she'll hand it off over there to Glass. Glass back out now to Jolly. 2 8th graders out there starting for Coach Greg Stevens. Stolen away. Katie Murphy out in front of everybody. Going to take it in with a left-handed layup. It is good.
Good job taking her time and converting. Turnover. Metcalfe gets points to Barren.
And the press is on by the Trojanettes. They break the press, almost threw it away. And then they almost threw it away again. But underneath, here's a shot going up. It ricochets off the bottom of the backboard for Harper. And here's Murphy down to Varney. Throws it back out to Lockhart. And here's Murphy straight away with a 3-point shot that's no good. Lockhart tried to get the rebound. Coming up with it for Metcalfe County is J.C. Harper. Here's London with it. Bounce pass to the lane. Going to be misfired in there. And so another turnover by Metcalfe County. Murphy with it in front court. I think Cassidy London and Addison London are related somehow.
Yeah. First cousins.
Are they first cousins? Is that what it is? Okay. Yep. So right side it goes to Lockhart. She'll bring it back out to give it to Murphy almost to midcourt as she's defended by Jolly. Lockhart out to Varney, top of the circle. Over the left side now goes to Murphy. Had it swiped out of her hands by Jolly for just a moment. And now here comes Varney right down the lane, trying to go up with the right hand. It's blocked, taken in there by Metcalfe County's Blythe. And here come the Lady Hornets with Jolly on the attack. Pulling up at the free throw line, back to Blythe. They go down in the corner now, trying to go up the baseline is Glass. She's cut off. Back out to Blythe. Now back out to Jolly. Jolly will set it up now. 5:53 to go in the first quarter. And a long 3 by Jolly is off the mark. Rebound crashing in there is Varney for Barren County. She'll get rid of it off to Murphy. Now Murphy into the front court with it straight away. Left side it goes to Ennis. They've got Glass guarding her. Out to Lockhart, top of the circle. Right side it goes to Murphy. And now Murphy looking. Back out top, Addison London. Left side, Raven Ennis. Looking for Murphy inside, cutting across. Couldn't get it to her. Barney with it. Right side over to London. Now back down to the corner now to Murphy. Back out to London. Now Varney with it on the left side of the floor. Back to London. Down the right corner, Murphy. Trying to find Ennis. Skip pass over the left side corner. Lockhart. Lockhart bounces back out to Varney. Trying to penetrate. Can't go. Gives it back out to London. Now back to Varney. Left of the circle. Varney. In the left corner. Lockhart. Lockhart floats it in there to Ennis. Puts it up. It's partially blocked, but a foul. And it'll be charged to Harper. That's her first. Lady Hornets' first team foul. Sending Raven Ennis, the 5'10 senior, to the free throw line. Shooting 75.6% of the season. She'll have a pair. First one is on the way, and it rims out.
Metcalfe County, a pretty stagnant 2-3 zone, but, in fairness, we were being stagnant as well. Whoever had the ball was moving. Everybody else just kind of waiting to make them make a play.
Second shot good for Raven Ennis. Makes it a 3-0 Barren County lead. Jolly with it in front court. Swiped away from behind by Murphy in the hands of Varney. She puts down the dribble with the left hand. Now stops and gives it back to Murphy. Right side is Ennis. She'll pull the trigger for three. Yes!
She kind of followed it up like she thought she had missed it, but it rattled home for our first three of the night.
And that's a People's Bank three-point shot for Raven Ennis. And almost a turnover. Ennis down to the floor, ties it up with Jolly.
Go back to Metcalfe. We got the tip.
And it's a 6-0 Barren County lead with 4:32 to play here in the first quarter.
Really pushed up the press a little bit more than we normally do.
As Jolly gets the ball in play to London, lobs it back to Jolly. Now Jolly gives it back to London. Now London, bounce pass back to Jolly. Jolly gets it across the timeline. Bounce pass off to London. London goes down the corner to Blythe. Now Blythe goes back out to London. 6-0 Trojanettes. With it on the right side is Glass. Now Glass wants to make a move on London, and Addison cuts her off from the baseline. Has to reverse it back, behind the back dribble, and a double dribble on Glass. Timeout by Coach Greg Stevens and the Lady Hornets, as the Trojanettes have jumped out to a 6-0 lead with 4:05 to go here in the first.
He's not very happy, I don't think, with the amount of dribbling his offense is doing, dribbling and going nowhere. So that's why he was prompted to call a timeout. Our defense doing a really good job forcing them into 4 turnovers early. Not gotten just a couple of shots, but we've gotten some good looks. We need to continue to push that pace. I think they will be hard to score against our defense the way it looks early. So we need to continue to push that pace. And there was no problem with, drives to the bucket like Abby did right off the tip. I like that. Being aggressive, trying to go to the rim, and just take it strong and force them to call a foul if you have to.
Yeah. Barren County's basketball, 4:05 to go here in the first period with a 6-0 lead over the Metcalfe County Lady Hornets. This pass comes to Murphy as she'll bring it up. And Metcalfe County will sit back in the 2-3 zone again. Murphy getting a little pressure out there from Jolly. Works around to the right side off the screen. It's deflected, but caught by Ennis. 3 in the air. No good off the back iron. Rebound comes off to Blythe for Metcalfe County. Here comes London. Across over to Jolly. Jolly had it poked away. Reach-in foul on Varney.
Right call. Went across the body there. On our end, we've got to have more people hit the glass. It's 4 to the glass, and 1 guard back would be, more than safe against this Metcalfe County team.
Mm-hmm. So London will toss it in as it comes out to Jolly. Jolly works off a Blythe screen. Still on the dribble to the right side. Out top now is Blythe. Blythe goes back to the right side to Glass. Glass looks, sends it out now around the perimeter. They go to London with it on the left side. Thought about the 3. Now gives to Blythe. Had it knocked away, and now coming up with it, curling around is Glass. Here's a 3 by Jolly. It's good. Eighth grader putting Metcalfe County on the scoreboard. It's 6-3 with 3:10 to go here in the first. And the ball is going to be kicked as Addison London tried to bounce it off, but it was kicked by her first cousin, Cassidy London. So the Trojanettes will keep it in front of the Metcalfe County bench down to our left. Inbounds pass comes to London. 3 in the air. No good. Long rebound comes off to Cassidy London for Metcalfe County. Long pass thrown away over the head of Blythe and out of bounds.
You saw it again. That shot goes up. We're retreating back, almost taking for granted that it's going to go in. That's part of the aggressiveness and scrappiness, just wanting to go get the basketball.
Barren County's basketball as Murphy works it to the left side. Got a little bump there, no call. And then trying to throw it to the top is slapped down by Jolly into the Metcalfe County bench. So the Trojanettes will keep it. Raven Ennis will toss it in. 2:45 to go here in the first quarter. London with it, long range on the right side. Now bounces it into the corner to Lockhart. She wants to work inside there against Blythe. Puts up the shot, draws a foul.
Good attack off of a couple of bounces right at the rim and through the arms of her defender.
And Blythe, that's her first personal, number 2 on Metcalfe County here in the first half. 2 shots from AC Lockhart. The first one is good. AC Lockhart shooting 69% from the foul line on the season to give Barren County a 7-4 lead.
We got to the line several times the first time we played them. Metcalfe only shot 2 free throws that whole game.
And the second one's going to come off. Rebound by Varney. Back to Ennis, 10-footer, no good. Rebound comes off to Metcalfe County. Cassidy London brings it in front court. Stops and pops. Blocked by Murphy on the three-point attempt. Lockhart grabs it. Murphy, diagonal pass long underneath to Varney. Little pump fake. Reverses it up and in.
That was a great job. Harper had the block if she went up with the left hand and did a scoop to the hoop on the right side to get her two.
And that scoop to the hoop brought to you by Phillips IGA in Hinesville. Shop online at phillipsiga.com. 9-3 Trojanettes, 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. London with the basketball. Right side it goes to Blythe. Blythe comes off the screen. Free throw line jump shot bounces off. Rebound Lockhart for the Trojanettes. Gives it off to Katie Murphy. Murphy dribbles into the front court. Sends it off the right side of London. Out to Lockhart. Now Lockhart gives it back out to London. 1:43 to go in the first quarter. Getting some pressure from Jolly. Goes right side with it over to London. London now looking. Out top now to Varney. Swings it left side to Murphy. Feeds it down low to Ennis. It's knocked away. Saved inbounds, but Ennis grabs it. Fakes, goes under. Puts it up. It is good.
Made a nice move to go up and take a quick step around Blythe.
11-4. And they almost threw it away. As Blythe's having some trouble, finally gets rid of it to Jolly. Jolly will bounce it off long now. There to Harper. Now the pass is deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Metcalfe County with 1:12 to play here in the first quarter.
She had a 3-on-1 break. All she had to do was just flip it ahead, and that was an easy layup. But our hustle back tipped it out of bounds to get rid of that break.
Braylon Davis in the ball game, a 5'4" senior from Metcalfe County. And she's got the basketball. And now it's cut off by Varney. Throws it back out to Blythe, top of the circle. Gets rid of it over to Glass. Now back out to Harper. Back left side, it comes to Davis, trying to work her way into the lane on a traveling violation. With 58.5 seconds to go here in the first quarter, Barren County's basketball leading 11-3.
Much better start than we had in that game in Bowling Green.
Murphy works, bounce pass right side to Ennis. Backdoor pass back to Murphy, puts it up. Oh, she missed it. Rebound comes off to Blythe.
You saw us, that play was open the previous trip down the floor once they went man, and it was even wide open there.
Yep. Ball knocked away by Lockhart, but retrieved there by Harper. As she gets rid of it to Davis, sends it out to Blythe for a three-point attempt. It's no good. Rebound comes off to Varney, and she'll get rid of it to Murphy with 25 seconds to play here in the quarter. Murphy out front with it, down to 22. Now she's picked it up, goes to Ennis with it on the right side. They'll just hold it here with 17 seconds to play. Back out to Murphy, getting pressure from Davis. Works it off to the right side. Now hooks it back to Ennis. Going to fire it up for three. Swish.
You can't pass that one up, even though you still had about 10 seconds on the clock. So going to defend a second.
Desperation mid-court shot. Banks off the glass. That's the end of the first quarter. The Trojanettes have jumped out to a 14-3 lead over Metcalfe County after one period of play. This is Trojanette basketball brought to you by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7. Trojanettes have jumped out to a 14-3 lead over Metcalfe County as we start quarter number 2. And this second quarter is presented by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer here in Edmonton. Axe is our studio producer in the Nash 103 studios. Here's Murphy with the basketball, getting pressure from Jolly. Leaves her for a moment. Left side. Out top is Ennis. Trying to step back. Couldn't shoot the three. Now London goes in the corner to Varney. Varney trying to go baseline. Does. Throws it off in the left corner. Murphy will pull the trigger for three. No. Rebound comes off to Metcalfe County. Here's London down the left side. Gives it to Blythe straight away with a high arching three-point shot that's off the mark. Rebound to Katie Murphy off the missed shot from Aubrey Glass. And here's Murphy into the front court with it for the Trojanettes. Ennis with it on the left side. Out top, Barney wants to drive to the basket, puts it up, and oh, she missed the layup from the left side.
That's a couple layups we missed.
Metcalfe County with it. London. On the dribble, she tries to set up the play. They go off the right side there to Glass. Now Glass sends it back out to Harper. Harper leaves it with Jolly. Going to spot up and shoot the three ball. It's good. She's hit both three-point shots for Metcalfe County.
And she's not their best three-point shooter. I think she's actually got single-digit threes on the year.
And it's 14-6. Trojanettes. Murphy driving, left side, cut off, gets double teamed, and it's stolen away by Jolly.
Our first turnover of the night. Got into traffic.
And here's Harper. Ball skipped off. Well, I think it went off of Varney. Thought it went off Blythe, but Trojanettes did touch it last. Varney's going to get a break. Addison Smith in the ball game, along with Katie Elmore. Addison Smith, 5'3" junior. Katie Elmore, 5'6" freshman. This ball comes out to Blythe. Inside London, left side. Here's a high arching three. Good again. This time knocking it down is Aubrey Glass. The 8th graders have all the points for Metcalfe County.
Finding a way to stay in the game with the three.
14-9 the score. They've come back with 2 straight trays to cut the lead to 5 here. Here's Ennis with the basketball, hands it off to Smith and out to London. London hands it off to Elmore, back to Smith. Throws it back out to London. London back over to Elmore on the right side. Elmore getting some pressure from Jolly and almost stole it from her. Going to have to get rid of it. Finally does to Ennis. Now Ennis out top, hands it off to Lockhart. Thought about the three, drives into the lane. A lot of traffic there, loose on the floor. Still loose, and Elmore and Metcalfe County's Glass will tie it up.
Get the jump ball, so that'll be another turnover, 2 in a row for the Trojanettes.
Katie Murphy back in the Trojanet lineup. A quick break there for her. So Varney and London's on the bench right now, the 2 starters. 5.5 to go here in the second. It's 14-9. Here's London down low, working inside against Murphy. Goes back out to Blythe, top of the key, partially blocked by Ennis, grabbed there by Elmore. Here come the Trojanettes back the other way. As Murphy driving, right-handed layup, good.
There we go. Push the basketball before they can get set up in their defense.
16-9, Trojanettes in the full court press. As Jolly gets rid of the basketball, they break the pressure. Here's Harper, had it poked away by Elmore, but chased it down, gives it back out. London a 3, it's off the mark. Offensive rebound by Harper and a foul on the Trojanettes, and they're going to put it on Katie Murphy.
Metcalfe County's first offensive rebound. We've done a good job keeping them off the glass on their end. And they are shooting a lot of threes. Hit 3 of them. They're 3 of 10 so far tonight.
Yeah, they're a team that averages 5 threes a game. As Blythe has it, right side against Ennis. Sends it out now to Glass. Glass leaves it with Harper. Harper putting down the dribble, driving to the basket, puts it up and in.
That's their first 2 they've made all night. First one they even attempted of the quarter.
And it's 16-11 now. Trojanettes with a 5-point lead, led by 11 at the end of the first quarter. At 14-3. 8-2 run. Here's Smith, left corner, lobs it right into Metcalfe County.
Traffic.
And they almost lost it, but here comes London. Had it poked away from behind by Ennis, taken by Murphy. And now Murphy will get bumped out there by Glass. Glass her first. That's Metcalfe County's 3rd team foul of the half. Metcalfe County now will send in Josie Allen, number 22, 5'8", 7th grader.
Young basketball team.
Very young. Harper and Davis are the only 2 seniors.
Should be pretty good the next few years. Look at where they are now with this young a team already.
Right side is Smith. Curls around to the free throw line. Out to Varney. Now Varney picks up her dribble, goes back to Smith on the right side. Lockhart sets a screen for her. At the free throw line, back to Lockhart. Going to fire up a 15-footer. That's good.
Good-looking shot. Didn't have a drive-in lane. Just kind of jabbed her defender to create space and then followed through with it.
Her first field goal, third point of the ball game. Now on the floor is Jolly, and they have to call a timeout. She was in a trap.
She just fell down in the trap. We didn't cause her to fall down. She lost her footing. I think Raven ended up maybe with getting poked in the eye out of the deal.
Seems to be okay. 3:49 to go here in the first half. Trojanettes 18, the Lady Hornets 11 here in Edmonton. Got a score on the Coca-Cola scoreboard as Glasgow is playing Cumberland County tonight. And after one, it's Glasgow Lady Scotties 11, Cumberland County 8.
Should be able to get a few scores tonight. There's no shortage of games.
No, there's a bunch.
Everybody trying to get their last week of games in here.
Yeah.
Used the last Tuesday night of the week.
Metcalfe County basketball against the full court press. The Trojanettes. And they break the press. It comes into the front court. Allen with the basketball. Gives it to Jolly. Jolly with a crossover move in the lane. Ooh, may have got away with a walk, and then she threw it away.
It's a good idea. She just couldn't complete the pass. It probably should have been a bounce instead of a lob.
As Katie Murphy will bring it up for the Trojanettes. Sends it left side to Varney. Varney wants to drive to the basket. Got around her defender. Feeds it off underneath to Lockhart. She puts it up and in off the window.
Kept it high and threw it up off the window. Good job.
People's bank shot for Macy Lockhart. And we got a foul in the back court against the Trojanettes. And it's on Addison Smith. Her first, team's third. Barren County 20, Metcalfe County 11 with 3:15 to play here in the first half. Ball comes into London. They'll send it off on the near side here in a trap. Having trouble. Turnover by Metcalfe. Here's Ennis driving in. Kicks it back to Murphy. Out to Lockhart. Fakes the three, and she traveled. Metcalfe County's basketball. 3:03 to go here in the second period. And they throw it away. Skipped it right off the hand of Allen.
Unforced turnover. She just threw it wide of her. We weren't really even pressuring. We'll get it right back.
Glass checking back in the Metcalfe County lineup. She'll come in for Allen. So Allen's going to stay in, and Jolly will go out.
They don't go very deep, do they?
Ball comes out to Murphy. Trying to get the play set up. Goes right side with it to Lockhart behind the arc. Lockhart now gives it over to Smith. Smith left of the circle. Here's Ennis with it. Covered up by, well, a traveling violation. I didn't see her shuffle her feet, did you?
Not much. There was maybe a slight hop there, and I think that's what he got. But we were going to have an easy layup as Macy was wide open.
Yeah. And Addison Smith knocks it out of bounds. As a pressure on the Hornets here. 2:45 to go in the second quarter. Barren County 20, Metcalfe County 11. Glass will toss it in. Comes into play. They lob it back to Glass. Glass still in the back court. Now Allen with it. Diagonal pass off the left side of London. She fires it off to Blythe, and she puts it in.
It's the first time they've really been able to get something beneficial off our press.
20-13. Varney will launch it for three. It's an air ball. It may have just brushed the right side of the rim, but it went out of bounds.
Not her normal shot. A little rushed on that possession. She was open.
As the ball comes into Allen, they lob it, and it's knocked away by Smith. Saves it and going out of bounds. Ennis underneath to Murphy. Couldn't get the shot away. She kind of had it on her hip there. Stuck it on her hip. Now Murphy fires it off to Lockhart. Top of the circle. Going to the right. Gives it off to Ennis. Ennis fakes one-way spin move. Right elbow. Had it knocked away. Coming up with it is Harper for Metcalfe. Goes up against Varney. Lays it up and in.
Well, that was a little bit of a rake across the arm there, but didn't get the call, and they get the layup.
Yeah, and it's 20-15 now. It was 14-3 at the end of the first quarter. Minute 52 to go before halftime. Here's Ennis with it, trying to drive into the lane. Gets,
Oh, my.
they're going to call an offensive foul.
That's a not very good call.
Wow.
She just drove hard. She didn't push off. She didn't give a chicken wing. She didn't extend her arm, nothing. And two tough calls on Raven real quick.
Cobb County basketball. Glass gets it across the line, sends it down the left side to Harper. Harper, a four-year starter for the Lady Hornets. So give it out to Davis, who's back on the court now. Davis normally started the last 3 years, did not start tonight for the Lady Hornets. And here's Cassidy London driving left of the lane, goes up against Murphy, missed the shot, rebound in there by Lockhart. Gives it to Murphy, a minute 20 to go and a half. Long pass down the floor, Varney throws it back out to Lockhart, fakes a three, they're going to call her for a travel.
Got to slow down just a little bit. We're racking up those turnovers. Had 0 in the first quarter. We have 7 now. All this quarter, obviously.
Benitez in for Macy Lockhart with a minute 15 to go before the break. As it comes into Davis. Davis. Pass knocked down by Murphy. Murphy's going to go in for a wide-open right-handed layup, and it's good.
Tried to throw over top, and Katie's two hands there to stop it.
Another Phillips IGA special delivery on that drive to the basket. 22-15, just under a minute to play. Cross-court pass comes over to Glass. And now Glass on the dribble to the top of the key. Behind the back dribble, stolen away by Elmore. Falling down with it, though. They scramble. And a jump ball possession arrow going to the Trojanettes as Varney was down on the floor fighting for it with Metcalfe's Glass.
Pretty comfortable lead at the end of the first quarter. We're going to have at least one more possession, maybe two. We need to stretch that lead back out to go into halftime.
Here's Varney with it. Extended 2-3 zone by Metcalfe County. 37 seconds to play before the break. Murphy looking over at the bench. Trying to get the call by Coach Piper Lindsay. 28 seconds to play. Murphy, bounce pass right side, Ennis. Ennis looking for Varney, can't get it to her. Now Katie Geralds, who just checked into the Trojanet lineup, 5'7" freshman. Now it comes to Murphy with 16 seconds to play. Murphy on the move, drives it right side out to Ennis for the three ball. It is no good, and the rebound to Metcalfe County's Glass. They got time. Here's Davis throwing it off to Harper. Harper has it blocked by Ennis, and that'll do it for the first half. So here at halftime in Edmonton, Metcalfe County scores 12 in that second quarter. Barren County scores 8. But the Trojanettes still have the lead here at the break by a score of 22-15 at halftime. When we come back, we have the Phillips IGA halftime report. This is Trojanet basketball brought to you by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7. Halftime here in Edmonton at Metcalfe County High School. The Trojanettes 22, Lady Hornets 15. This is the halftime report brought to you by Phillips IGA in Hinesville. Download the Phillips IGA app, shop away, and choose curbside pickup or local delivery at Phillips IGA in Hinesville. Barren County jumped out to a 14-3 lead at the end of the first quarter, but got outscored in the second quarter by the Lady Hornets 12-8. Metcalfe County had 6 field goals in the first half. Half of those were three-point shots. They did not attempt a free throw in the first half. And scoring for Metcalfe County in the first half, a couple of threes from Aubrey Glass, an 8th grader. Another 8th grader, Aubrey Jolly, had a couple of three-point baskets. Glass had 1 3, and for their total of 9 together. A couple of field goals for J.C. Harper for 4 points, and a 2-point basket from Anna Blythe, and that's all the scoring for Metcalfe County in the first half. For the Trojanettes, total of 9 field goals in the first half. 2 of those were three-pointers. Both of those were made by Raven Ennis. And Barren County was 2 of 4 from the foul line in the first half. Raven Ennis scored all 9 of her points in the first quarter. A couple of threes, the 2 and 1 of 2 from the foul line. Katie Murphy with 6 points in the first half on 3 2-point baskets. Macy Lockhart with 5 points, 2 baskets there in the second quarter. She was 1 of 2 from the foul line. Abby Varney with a basket in the first quarter for her 2 points. Addison London started the ball game, did not score. Katie Elmore, Katie Geralds, and Addison Smith saw some minutes but did not score in the first half. So it's been a very quick first half.
That's all right with me. After we held them to just 1 of 7 in the first quarter, they kind of caught fire there, shot 50% in the second quarter, and were able to keep pace because they were able to knock down 3 threes in that half. So we cooled down we actually didn't cool down. We just didn't get up as many shots in the second quarter, and that's able to how they kind of caught up. So for the half, we were 9 of 20 for 45%, 2 of 8 from 3 for 25. 6 of 17 was Metcalfe County for 35%. 3 of 10 from 3 for 30. So 10 out of their 17 shots have been threes. They're really just settling for threes, and some of them actually looked uncomfortable, but they were able to will 3 in. Rebound-wise, we're doing a little bit better job than we did in that first matchup. We're at least keeping pace. They out-rebounded us 11-9. Each team had 1 offensive rebound. That's a great number for us, but I'd like to see, on our end, we have a few more of those, and we talked about that early on. Turnover-wise, we had a big goose egg in the first quarter. We turned it over 7 times in the second quarter to have 7 for the half. Got Metcalfe to turn over 6 times each quarter for 12 for the game. So continue to push the pace, continue to pressure them. I think there's a few little bitty tweaks we can make on that pressure, especially on that backside to really force up some people to handle the basketball against that pressure, where we have actually a size advantage and really maybe some just advantage of playing it over and over, and Metcalfe not seeing it very much, I would say. So like where we are in the first half, we just kind of replicate this and get out of here with a W.
Yeah. Only 7 fouls committed in the first half, 3 against the Lady Hornets, 4 against the Trojanettes. And for Metcalfe County, J.C. Harper, Anna Blythe, and Aubrey Glass picked up 1 apiece. For the Trojanettes, Katie Murphy, Raven Ennis, Abby Varney, and Addison Smith, all with 1 foul apiece in the first half. 22-15 our score. Trojanettes over the Lady Hornets by 7. And on the Coca-Cola scoreboard, open a Coke and enjoy the game. We got 1 score here from the Glasgow-Cumberland County girls game. Halftime, Cumberland County now leading Glasgow 20-14 at the break. Anything else?
I had some early on, so they'll probably have some updates. I'll look here and get you on the other side.
All right. This has been the Halftime Report brought to you by Phillips IGA in Hinesville. Download the Phillips IGA app or shop online at phillipsiga.com. Shopping made simple and convenient. We will return with the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial second half in just a little bit. In our third quarter coming up, brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Always remember, you can find your vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com. This is Barren County Basketball brought to you by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7. 22-15, the Trojanettes leading the Metcalfe County Lady Hornets. Don't forget, we got the second game coming up later tonight with the Barren County Trojans and the Metcalfe County Hornets, which also be a good one as well. And Thursday night is the last home game of the regular season, and the last regular season game as the Trojans and Trojanettes will host Clinton County. It's also homecoming on Thursday night. Never had homecoming the last game of the season, I don't think. Usually it's senior night, or maybe try to schedule it before the end of the season because possibly of weather.
Just haven't had very many home games. Nothing like last year where I felt like we were playing a ton of games at home. But just the way the schedule works out. A couple of the scores, if you want to, real quick. Warren Central boys lead Evangel Christian 29-24 at the half. Allen County girls down by 4 to Greenwood 25-21 at the half. Bowling Green boys are up by 1 over North Hardin 32-31. And I haven't got an update on this, but Russellville girls 10, Franklin Simpson 12 at the end of the first quarter.
All right, it's going to be Metcalfe County's basketball. They're moving from right to left. Barren County will be coming from left to right. And both teams with their starting five. Here's a steal by Lockhart. Lockhart's going to take it to the rack. Puts it up. It is good.
Never hesitated, just went straight to the rim.
Yep, Macy Lockhart with 7 points now. And they try to thread the needle, and they do. And here's a three-point shot from the right wing that is no good. Rebound off long to London. Now Murphy, diagonal pass right side. Varney going to drive it and has it swatted out of her hands by Harper and out of bounds. They could have possibly been a foul, too, but they didn't get back in time to see it.
Haven't called many tonight, have they? It's okay.
Turnaround 10-footer by Ennis. No good. Rebound comes off to London. Good look, just wouldn't go down. 24-15, Trojanettes by 9. Largest has been 11. Here's a shot by Bly, going up, no good. A collision.
Hey.
Offensive foul. Varney taking the charge. And that's a Roland insurance charge. Step up and take charge of your insurance today. Auto, home, business, and life insurance. Contact Drake Stevens at Roland Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
That was a good job by Raven pushing her in to Varney to be able to take that charge, and good job standing there taking it.
Murphy gets cut off. Ooh, a dangerous pass is picked off by Glass. As Cassidy London has it from Metcalfe County. Blythe, another three-point attempt. This time it's no good. Murphy with a rebound for the Trojanettes.
They don't hesitate, do they?
Long pass down into Varney. Gets around her defender, and Bly, and puts it up and in.
Textbook right there. Just caught it and went straight up and under.
And almost a steal there as Murphy got up in midair trying to get it back in bounds, but Glass was over there to bump her and wasn't able to get it back in bounds. So Metcalfe County will have the ball. 26-15, that matches the largest lead for Barren County when it was 14-3. Having some trouble, almost turned it over. And finally, London gets it across over to Harper. Harper goes up the baseline, trying to get around Lockhart, cuts her off, back to London to the right corner for Metcalfe. She'll dribble it out. Now London, guarded by Varney. Bounce pass stolen away by Ennis. Here's Raven Ennis coming to the left side of the hoop. She'll lay it up and in.
Easy bucket. And a couple of those this quarter off his turnovers.
Couple of transition buckets for Barren. It's down 28-15. Steal by Murphy. Needs some help. Somebody's got to come get it. There's London. Back to Murphy. Good start for the Trojanettes here in this third quarter. Here's Lockhart taking it to the basket. Puts it in and a foul.
Good split of the defenders there, and straight through. Didn't stop when she drew the contact. Instead, powered through up off the window.
And the foul on Bly, her second. That is the first foul of the Lady Hornets in the second half. And here's Lockhart at the line. The shot goes up. It's too strong. Rebound taken by Blythe. Down the left side is Jolly with it. Jolly's going to launch it up for three. No good. Rebound to Ennis. Ennis brings it up on her own. Now stops, looks, needs some help. And a foul out front as Jolly grabbed her. First foul on Aubrey Jolly. Second one on Metcalfe. Coming into the Metcalfe County lineup now for the first time tonight is Aubrey Compton, 5'11" 8th grader.
They get more 7th and 8th graders on their roster than they got any high schoolers.
In London to the right corner, can't shoot, gives it out to Ennis. Ennis, couple of dribbles, looks, goes back to London, deep on the right side, back to Ennis. Out top, here's Murphy with it. Murphy trying to get around Aubrey Glass, or rather Jolly, back out to Varney. Now Varney goes left corner to Ennis. 30-15. The Trojanettes have it doubled up now on Metcalfe County.
I think we swing it. We can get into the post here.
London got Lockhart posted, works inside there, falls to the floor, and should have been a tripping foul or something.
Harper took her down.
And anyway, Metcalfe County has the ball on the other end. 3 minutes gone here in the third quarter. And the ball skips away, and here comes Murphy with it. Good defensive pressure by Varney. Diagonal pass left side. London with a 3. It's coming off. Rebound Varney. Bounces back out to Murphy. Pass deflected by Jolly into the Barren County bench. With 4:46 to go here in the third quarter. Trojanettes will keep it. Ennis will toss it in. As Ennis looks, gets it out to Katie Murphy. Katie Murphy guarded by Jolly closely. Angles off left. Now looks inside. Here's London out to Lockhart. Top of the key. She's going to fire it up for 3. No. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. Varney tried to save it, but couldn't get to it in time.
Basically dared her to shoot it. We tried to set up a play, but everybody ended right on top of each other, so somebody didn't exactly go the right direction.
Here's Jolly with it on the near side. Gives it over to London. Trying to get it across midcourt. Picked off by Addison London.
Somebody run with her.
Addison London stops a 15-footer. No good. Ball knocked out of bounds by Harper. And it will stay with the Trojanettes with 4:16 left. Timeout by Metcalfe County. 4:16 left here in the third period here in Edmonton. It's Barren County 30, Metcalfe County 15.
You get that turnover, that should excite you enough to sprint back on that offensive end and create numbers so you can get a hoop or an assist at least. But we just didn't do that, and we actually ended up just a 1-on-2 or 3 not in our favor. But we're fortunate they knocked it out of bounds, and we've had a pretty good start to the quarter, only giving up Metcalfe a total of 0 points in the quarter so far, almost halfway gone in the third period.
8-0 run here in the third period for the Trojanettes.
They've already turned it over 5 times, and a lot of them was us just jumping passing lanes, having hands in passing lanes, getting deflections, and those are the bad turnovers if you're Metcalfe County because they're live ball turnovers going the direction of our hoop, so going away from their rim, leading us directly to layups.
Yeah. Trojanettes' first game in a week after the 3-point loss at Franklin Simpson last Tuesday night.
Overall, you would probably give it, a B+. We've had a few spurts where we just kind of not played very well, had that 7 turnover stretch in the second quarter, but overall, pretty good effort from the Trojanettes so far. Got to close it out.
Here's Varney with it on the left side. Down to the corner. London pulls up with a jumper short.
Little flat.
Yep. And here comes Harper with it from Metcalfe County. Harper, top of the key, angles to the right. Gives it over to Glass. Now Glass on the dribble. Covered up by London, and she threw it away. And a bounce pass underneath the bucket. Nobody there.
I said in the pregame, I wanted to push the pace because I didn't feel like their offense could keep up with our pace, and defensively, we've been terrific. 15 points in 3 quarters. I mean, they're averaging 5 points a quarter right now. That's pretty awesome.
Katie Murphy with it for the Trojanettes. Guarded out there by Jolly. Picks up her dribble. Bounce pass, the right elbow. Lockhart. Get it taken away from her by Jolly. Now Jolly's going to stop. Being chased out there. Gives it to Glass. Back to Jolly. She's going to launch it up. 3 in the air. No good. Rebound to Addison London. Hands it off to Ennis. Ennis, long pass down underneath to Lockhart. Hooks it back over to Varney. Fakes, moves in, has it blocked, slapped out of her hands, and a foul on Harper.
That was the right look by Macy because she was double teamed. Took a dribble out, threw it across to Varney with the ball fake, and Metcalfe had to rake her across the arm to keep her from an easy 2. Macy, Macy is, but Abby's playing really well tonight, especially on that offensive end with some nice moves around the rim.
Abby Varney, 71.2% from the foul line on the season, misses that one. Barren County is just 2 of 6 from the line tonight. Varney takes her time, eyes the mark, puts it in the air, and it is too strong.
Rare back-to-back misses from her.
Metcalfe County with the basketball. Bounce pass comes over to Harper on the right side. Leaves it with Glass on the wing. Out to Jolly. Jolly trying to make a move on Murphy. Back out to Blythe. Now Blythe, top of the key, covered up by London. Bounces back out to Glass. Now Harper with it. Back over to Jolly. Jolly back over to Blythe. Now here's Harper with it. Off the screen. And a reach-in foul. It's in London. Well, she got all ball from this angle, but it's her first personal. First foul of the second half against the Trojanettes. And it's Metcalfe County ball with 2:53 to go here in the third period. As Harper, right side of the bucket, comes out to Blythe against Ennis. Steps back, shoots the three, partially blocked by Ennis. Saved in bounds by London. She didn't have to grab it, though. Long pass comes underneath to Ennis, and she lays it up and into the pass from Katie Murphy. And that is an Edward Jones financial advisor, Jamie Harris assist. Let Jamie Harris of Edward Jones assist you today with your financial planning. A turnover, but it was slapped away. And then Varney touched it last. It'll stay with Metcalfe County with 2:31 to go here in the third period.
Not only do they not have a bucket this quarter, but I don't even have them attempting anything but a three.
That's right. And almost a steal. Murphy diving on the floor for it. And a jump ball with her and Jolly. Barren County's basketball, or is it going to be Metcalfe's?
I think they'll get it on the jump.
Braylon Davis and Cassidy London returning to the Metcalfe County lineup with 2:24 to go in the third period.
Actually,
okay, it's Barron's ball.
There hadn't been a jump ball, and that's right, isn't it? Chance to extend it. 2:20 left in the quarter.
Yep. Long bounce pass right over to Varney. Lockhart's posted down low, wanted it. London back to Varney. And the high post is Ennis. Back to Varney in the right corner. Feeds it in there. And kicks it back out to Ennis for three. Comes off the rim. Crashing aboard Lockhart. Puts it back up. No, she missed it. And the rebound comes off to Compton.
Did everything right there except make that layup.
32-15. A three-point try for Davis is off the mark. Rebound snagged there by Anderson London for the Trojanettes. Here's Murphy. Long bounce pass. Varney fakes, drives under, puts it up. It's blocked. Tried to draw the foul. No call. That's what she was waiting for, thinking it was going to be a foul, and didn't get it. And underneath, here's a shot no good. Hit the bottom of the backboard. Trojanettes with it, coming the other way with a minute and a half to go.
It's her first attempted two.
As Katie Murphy handles it against Davis, leaves it out there with Ennis. And now a traveling violation on Varney.
I think our first subs of the quarter. We went with our starting five.
Yeah.
For 6 minutes.
1:17 to play here in the third period. 32-15 the score. Davis has the basketball for Metcalfe County. Double team. Pass picked off by Ennis. Ennis takes it in the lane. And a whistle on offensive foul. Raven Ennis got up in midair and crashed into the defender.
Yeah. A little deep there. That was more legitimate of a charge than her first one, though.
Yeah. The ball in play to Davis. Davis is going to be in a trap, having trouble. And the bounce pass deflected. Stays with Metcalfe County with a minute 4 to play here in the third quarter.
You get a trap like that, surrounded a smaller player, you can really push up that defense and try to get that turnover.
Davis gets rid of the basketball now to Allen, who's back in the game. Now Compton back to Davis, launches it up for three, and it's good. She was wide open.
Her first bucket of the quarter, 7 minutes in.
32-18. 5 seconds to go. That was Davis's 25th three for Metcalfe County.
Yeah, she's their second best.
Yeah. Katie Geralds, who's just checked in. Out to Varney. Looking for Katie Elmore, break it across, can't find her. Back out to Katie Geralds, 30 seconds to go here in the third period.
Yes.
Feeds it in there to Murphy, goes up, missed the shot.
Great cut, great find, and we'll get a turnover off of it, though.
Down to 19 seconds to play. Down to 13. Murphy, double screen on the right side, drives, leaves in the corner. Varney pulls a trigger, bounces off the rim. Rebound to Blythe with 5 seconds. She's got time. Blythe, and we're going to get a foul on Katie Elmore. Her first, team's third with 2.3 to play.
Gives us a chance, really. That's not a terrible foul. Gives us a chance to get back and set up. They got a long way to go, 2 seconds.
Cassidy London will toss it in for Metcalfe County. Gets it into Compton. Time's going to run out. They're not going to get a shot away. That's the end of the third quarter. Barren County 32. Metcalfe County 18. Trojanettes scored 10. Metcalfe scores 3 on that one field goal in the third quarter. 32-18 the score. Trojanettes on top. Back after this break. This is Trojanet basketball brought to you by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7. From Metcalfe County High School, this Trojanet lead 32-18 over the Lady Hornets. As Jolly gets rid of the basketball to London on the left side. Sends it back over to Jolly. Back to London. They go down the left side. They work it in the lane. They kick it back out for a three-point attempt, and it's good for Blythe.
Back-to-back three-point buckets for them. Just 2 field goals still, though.
Yep. Here's Harper driving to the basket and a foul.
Make you feel important, you know?
In their tour, here's Varney for the left elbow. Shot good.
Good flex offense by the Trojanettes there. Ran it till we got a good open shot.
That's 6 points for Abby Varney tonight, 34-23. Trojanettes by 11. Corner, Glass with it. Bounces back out to Harper. Diagonal pass over to Blythe on the right side. Dribbles it out. Leaves it out there with London. 6:23 to go in the ball game. 34-23 Trojanettes.
Yeah, just keep them in front. They have shot a lot of threes, and you're fine with them continuing to do that.
Harper with it, right side. Ball almost skipped off the hand of Glass. Now back out to Blythe, working left. And now here's London with it. Reversing back to the left side. Hands it back off to Blythe. Now Blythe's picked up her dribble. Goes right side with it over to Glass. He wants to drive against Elmore, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Elmore.
Talked about Harper, their second leading scorer, only having a couple of buckets before those free throws. But what about London? He is their leading scorer and doesn't have anything tonight.
Scoreless. 5:56 left. Trojanettes 34, Lady Hornets 23. As the ball comes out deep, out to Glass on the left side of the key. Gets a screen from Blythe. She's picked up her dribble, bounces it off now to London. Cassidy London, a freshman. Young basketball team with only 2 seniors. A lot of 8th graders and 7th graders out there. As they give it rid of it back out to Harper, top of the key. Hands it off to Jolly. Had to go chase it down. 5.5 left. And Varney reaches in.
Yeah, that was a foul. She slapped down, but, you know, we have been playing terrific defense before that. It's just unnecessary.
That's going to be 3 on Abby Varney, 5 on the Trojanettes here in the second half. She'll come out and replaced by Addison Smith.
Just gives her a chance for Coach Chapman to teach there a little bit and say that's not something we need to do in the situation.
And here's Jolly with a crossover move. Gets cut off in there and almost poked away by Ennis. Now Jolly drives in, puts up the shot. It's no good. Ennis with a rebound. Off to Murphy. Murphy on the right side. Kicks it cross court over to Elmore. In the corner is Smith. And a whistle. And what do we got? A foul. She got trapped. And the foul will be on Blythe, her 3rd. That's 4 on the Lady Hornets here in the second half.
She tried to split it, and when she went underneath it, they jumped up and came down right on top of her.
Yep. As Murphy will send it out to Ennis. Going to fire it up. 3 in the air. Yes.
Had a good look at it. When Raven has time to set herself, think about it, and line it up, there's not many better 3-point shooters.
That's 3 threes for Raven Ennis tonight. 3 People's Bank 3-point shots. Lead goes back up to 14. Blythe knocks up a 3-point shot that's no good. Rebound London for Metcalfe. They keep it alive. Drives underneath the basket. Kicks it back up to Glass for a high arching 3. Good. It looked good from here.
It almost hit the backboard support. It was so high.
And that's her second tray of the ball game. They've hit 6 threes tonight out of their 9 baskets. And it's 37-26.
They've shot as many threes as they have twos, though.
Yeah. We got a foul on Jolly for overguarding Katie Murphy. And on Jolly, that's her second. That'll be 5 on Metcalfe here in the second half. And Josie Allen will come in to replace Anna Blythe for Metcalfe County.
I've got them shooting 23s and 9 twos.
Wow. Left elbow shot for Lockhart. Rims off, no good. Rebound to London, and it's going to be out of bounds. Good defensive pressure there from Addison Smith and Katie Murphy to force London to dribble it on the end line. And so Barren County will have the ball underneath with 4:22 to play here in the ball game, leading by 11, 37-26. Murphy looking, sends it in there to Ennis. Kicks it out to Smith. Over across it goes to Elmore. Murphy left corner. Ooh, dangerous pass knocked down by Allen, but regained control by Elmore. As she gets with it back out to Ennis. Back over it comes to Smith. Here's Murphy with it again. Bounce pass over to Lockhart. Oh, Murphy was wide open. Couldn't get it to her, though.
Couldn't find a way over top.
Ennis another 3-point attempt. It's bouncing high off the rim. The rebound comes out long, almost to the free throw line to Aubrey Glass. Here's London. Back out to Glass, top of the key. Glass working to the left side. Now gets rid of it off to Harper. And back out for a 3-point attempt. That is an air ball. And it goes out of bounds.
I think we tipped.
Did we touch? Okay. Well, last touched there by the Trojanettes. So it will be Metcalfe's basketball.
That's the only reason I think Raven would go with it. And our coaching staff kind of looked at each other and said, yeah, they thought it was tipped as well.
The ball comes out to Glass. 3:38 to go here in the ball game. Glass with it on the left side. Out to London.
Take a couple more stops and buckets just to secure it. 11-point lead is fine, but the way they shoot
threes. Yeah. There's Allen, and a bounce pass over to Harper. Hands it off to Jolly. Jolly trying to make a move on Varney. Goes in the lane, throws up the shot, missed it badly, and rebound to Lockhart. Off to Ennis. Ennis working into the front court. Left side it goes to Murphy. Left wing 3. Bingo. How about that?
I'll take that. Stop and a bucket.
Yep. 16th of the season for Katie Murphy. And it's now 40-26 and a People's Bank 3-point shot for the sophomore. 2:53 to go here in the ball game. And rather Harper tried to go with a shot, kind of turned her elbow into Ennis there.
I think she did, and that was kind of the call Raven at least got called for earlier. That last scenario.
Raven did a terrific job ball handling up the floor. She kind of took the point guard position, and Katie played the two guard, which allowed her to spot up and knock down that three. Just gives the offense a different look when we're able to do that.
Harper missed the first of two. She'll have one more. .250 left. Barren up by 14. And the shot goes up and banked in by Harper. Her 7th point tonight. 40-27. Barren County. Long pass from Murphy down the corner. Lockhart fakes, drives in, goes up and puts it up. Missed the shot, gets her on rebound. Could have went it right back up with it. Back out to Ennis in the corner. Going to fire up a three-point shot. It's off high. And London trying to get to the rebound. She gets knocked down and no call. Wow.
She literally got pushed down with two hands.
Three by Davis. No. Rebound to Ennis. Ennis taking it to the right side. Stops and gives it out to Murphy. Top of the key. Three. Write it down.
Get a timeout there.
It's now 43-27.
I don't know what they were looking at there. Addison just like it would like if it took you by the shirt and grabbed you and threw you down. I think that's a foul, but
yeah,
I'm not sure. That might have been a foul in the Super Bowl on Sunday. But good bounce back by our girls. You know, I give Raven a lot of credit too. She was frustrated when she got that foul call, and she came over and kind of, smacked the chair a little bit, just very frustrated. She's done a terrific job keeping her composure, kind of bouncing back and, fighting through some of those things that didn't really go her way. She had a couple back-to-back calls where she didn't get a call, and then she got a call that went against her. That's the type of leadership we need to keep your composure and play through some adversity. And we, defensively we've been good, but obviously those threes that we've knocked down here this quarter and in the rest of the game have helped.
Yep, 3 out of the 4 field goals here in the fourth quarter. Been from behind the arc. Those 2 from Katie Murphy, the other one from Raven Ennis. 2:13 left. Largest lead of the ball game for Barren County at 16 at 43-27. It's Lady Hornet basketball as Cassidy London will toss it in. Comes into Jolly. She'll give it back to London. Now London with it. Gets a screen out there. Drives to the right side. Cut off by Murphy. Reverses it back out. Gives it off now to Glass and back to London. Just under 2 minutes to play. Comes to the left elbow. Reversing. Trying to make a spin move. Stolen away by Varney. Varney driving strong. Going to go all the way to the bucket. Gets fouled. London commits the foul. Her first. That'll be Metcalfe's 6th of the second half. And 2 shots for Abby Varney. Just a pair there back in the third quarter. Rare misses for Abby Varney, shooting over 71% from the foul line on the season. Her time. Puts it in the air. Comes off. And 0 for 4 in the second half. They were 2 for 4 in the first half. So now 2 for 8 from the foul line on the night. Harney again back in the charity stripe. Second shot. She is on the way, and it's good. Got 7 points tonight. 44-27 the score with 1:46 to play. Here's Davis driving strong to the bucket, puts it up and in.
Something that easy hasn't been seen all night by Metcalfe County.
44-29. Murphy with the basketballs. We're down to the final 90 seconds of this ball game. Elmore out to Varney. And Katie Gerald's on the court now. Almost did the splits there, and we call her traveling as pivot foot moved a little bit. And so it will be Metcalfe County's basketball with 1:25 to play.
Out of there. Looks like Barney and Murphy's only 2 starters left.
Mary Claire Warren, number 21, 8th grader. And we got Ashley Atkinson, 5'8", 8th grader. Addison Smith, Katie Geralds, Abby Varney is the only starter on the court right now. Here's a 3 by Davis, and she banked it in. cuts it to 12 at 44-32. They've come back with 5 straight points. Minute 10 to play. Left side is Varney. Now Varney out to the top of the key. Free throw line shot is bouncing in. Got the bounce in the roll.
Friendly roll over the front of the rim, but they kind of backed off of her, and she said, I like this 15-foot jumper, so I'm going to take it.
Yep. So timeout here with 1:01 to go in the ball game. Barren County 46, Metcalfe County 32. Stay tuned. We have the CPC Commodities post-game report. We got the Zaxby's play of the game, which, I don't know, we've had several Zaxby's plays of the game, I think, tonight in this one. Have to come up with one that was the sensational play. Check in for rewards and free stuff only in the Zaxby's app. Download the Zaxby's app today.
Go with all those turnovers we caused early in this half that really created that separation, and maybe even give it to our defense in general, especially there in the third quarter, holding them scoreless until the clock went under a minute.
Yep. So Metcalfe County with a couple of new players on the floor. Lily Blythe, 5'5", 7th grader, number 12 in the ball game. Here's Davis over to Lily Blythe. Diagonal pass off the right side has got Lindsay Bandy in the ball game, a 5'9" sophomore, along with number 33. That's Cameron Reese, a 5'2" junior. As Reese handles the basketball with 38 seconds to play. Left side, Davis, another three-point try, good again. Wow, she's hit 3 of them here in the second half. 46-35. 17-point lead was the largest. Now it's 11 with 24 seconds to play. Atkinson gives it out to Geralds. Swings it off to Allie Bowie. He's in the ball game now. Out to Addison Smith. Bounce pass in the right corner to Geralds. Geralds on the dribble. Out to 13 seconds to play. Warren has it now. Back out to Geralds. Now gets rid of it to Smith. 7 seconds to play. Here's Bowie. Right side. Warren for 3. Got it! Just a quick timeout to get a couple of more players in the ball game. Addison McFall and Taylor Strange.
Sorry, Piper didn't really realize what the clock said.
Yeah.
7/10
of a second. 49-35. They'll just throw it in. That'll be it. And Barren County wins it here on the road tonight in Edmonton by a score of 49-35 over Metcalfe County. The Lady Hornets fall to 16-10 on the season. Barren County improves to 18-6. We'll be back with a CPC Commodities post-game report in a moment. This is Trojanet Basketball, brought to you by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7. Trojanettes win at 49-35 over Metcalfe County, snapping a 6-game win streak for the Lady Hornets. And Coach Piper Lindsay joins us now. Coach, congratulations. Go to 18-6 now in the season. You jumped out early, 14-3. Held them to only 3 points in 2 quarters, and they were 3-point shots. And you also hold Castee London, their leading scorer, scoreless tonight.
Wow, you know, that's definitely credit to our defense. And, you know, I think that the 3 points that they did score in those quarters were late. I think we did a really good job at the beginning of both of those quarters, and then they got those. But again, I'm so excited about our defense, and just, of course, we threw Murph was on her a lot. Of course, Abby was on her a little bit. I thought defensively, I thought in the full court we were really good. We turned them over quite a bit. And then, like you said, in the half court, too, to hold her to nothing, to 0 points, that's pretty darn good.
Of course, those 3-point shots they made late, they was jacking up threes, and they were going in. Davis hit those 2 there late in the game, but holding them to just 35 points. They've been averaging 51 points a game.
Yeah, you know, again, just a credit to our defense, and I think just being in the right spots at the right times. And, you know, I thought they all did a really good job, but especially Murph and the pressure that we give them. I think they scored 40 points on the first time whenever we played them. And, you know, of course, Davis, like you said, they shoot the 3. They shoot it well. They shoot a lot of them. And, you know, we did a really good job, I think, of getting out on shooters.
Yeah, I think they were averaging 5 a game. Of course, hitting 8 tonight, which, again,
8 of 24 of their points were 3s.
Yeah, 8 of their 12 field goals were 3-point shots. But just a great effort tonight. And then, of course, y'all hit 6 threes tonight, 3 in there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and again, I think we're just doing a really good job of sharing the basketball and finding the open person. They really sinking in on us quite a bit. That's what we talked about at halftime. Let's drive and attack and then kick it out, be shot ready every single time. And I feel like our confidence is really being built a lot stronger based off of that.
I know it's been 3 years since we played over here. Of course, the game last year was canceled because of COVID, and then 2 years ago we played them at home. But been 3 years since you played them in this gym, so pretty good gym to play in when you knock down 6 threes.
Yeah, you know, and you know this game has always been, I think, a big game for them, for the Lady Hornets. You know, our girls don't really understand that, so I think that for us to be able to beat them by 14 right here on their home court does say a lot against them.
Yep. Go back home for one more game against Clinton County Thursday night before we head to the district tournament next Monday. And they've got a new coach in Tim Moons. We didn't play them last year either.
No, we didn't. And I think that his daughter actually might be back. I think she got hurt earlier in the season. She's one of their best players. We've got to make sure that we stop her. But like after tonight, you know, we've got to put 4 complete quarters together. Like you said, I mean, we scored early, I felt like, at the beginning of quarters.
Right.
And then kind of fizzled off. You know, we've got to make sure we can do that continuously for the entire game.
Yeah. Coach, congratulations to you.
All right, Jay, thank you.
Coach Piper Lindsay, the Trojanettes 49, the Lady Hornets 35. Coach's comments brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a McDonald's meal tonight at your Glasgow McDonald's. We'll look at the scoring, stats, and others information. We'll also name the Monticello Bank MVP of the game coming up in just a little bit. Again, the final score, the Trojanettes 49, Metcalfe County 35. This is Trojanet Basketball brought to you by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7. back with more of the CPC Commodities post-game report. CPC Commodities, proven on our farm and made for yours. As the Trojanettes win tonight 49-35 over Metcalfe County to go to 18-6 on the year. Trojanettes jumped out early to a 14-3 lead at the end of the first quarter. It was 22-15 at halftime, led 32-18 after three. Both teams scored 17 points in that last quarter. 14-point victory for Coach Piper Lindsay tonight, 49-35. Metcalfe County had 12 field goals. 8 of those were from behind the arc. They hit 5 of those in the second half, 4 in the fourth quarter alone. And they were 3 of 4 from the foul line, all made by J.C. Harper tonight. Braylon Davis led the scoring off the bench. She had 11 points, 3 threes and a 2. And then Harper scored 7, 2 baskets, 3 of 4 from the foul line, 6 each on a couple of threes each from Aubrey Glass and Aubrey Jolly. 5 points for Anna Blythe, a 3 and a 2. And Cassidy London, their normal leading scorer, had been averaging 13 points a game, did not score a point tonight for Coach Greg Stevens' ball club. For the Trojanettes tonight, a total of 20 field goals. 6 of those were 3-point shots. Barren was 3 of 9 from the foul line tonight, though. But almost had 4 players in double figures, led tonight by Raven Ennis with 16. She had 3 threes, 3 twos, and 1 of 2 from the foul line. Katie Murphy scored 12 tonight. She had 5 baskets, 2 of those in the fourth quarter from behind the arc. Macy Lockhart scores 9 tonight, 4 field goals, 1 of 3 from the stripe. Abby Varney also with 9 points tonight, 4 baskets and 1 of 4 from the foul line. And a 3-point goal right there at the end from Mary Claire Warren, the 8th grader, to finish for a total of 49. And you got a few stats there, Robert?
Sure. We were 20 of 45 for 44% for the game, hit 6 of 18 threes for 1/3 of our threes were makes. We held them to just 12 out of 35 field goals for 34%. 8 of their 12 field goals were 3, and 24 of their 35 attempts were from 3. So they
This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report from Metcalfe County High School here in Edmonton. The Trojans and the Hornets here in Game 2 for doubleheader. Metcalfe County under fifth-year head coach Brandon Brockman, 16-10. They beat South Warren on Friday night, 68-66. They shot 24 of 53 from the field for 45.3%. They hit 9 threes in that game out of 24 attempts. 11 of 16 at the line, had 29 rebounds, and it was Peyton Dial leading the way with 22 points in that ball game. Jax Allen added 15, and so did Wyatt Blythe in that ball game. They both had 15 points. They're the three main scorers for the Hornets on the season, ranked number 8. Points and had 13 rebounds. Mason Griggs added 15. Tate Pointer had 11. Stevens threes in that ball game. 21 of 45.1%. I believe, or no, actually 21 of 51 from the field, 41.2%. Hit 6 of 15 threes. 21 of 26 from the foul line. Had 34 rebounds in that game. And the Hornets against the Trojans, well, Barren County has won 8 straight against Metcalfe County. And Metcalfe County's only had 2 winning seasons in the past 11 years. Last year they went 17-10. Of course, this year, right now, 16-10. Tim Murtry had the last winning record at Metcalfe County, and that was the last time that Metcalfe County beat a Trojan team. You go back 11 years ago, and the line and 29.6 rebounds a ball game. The Trojans are averaging 57.3 points a game, give up 54, shooting 42.5% from the field, averaging about 3 threes a game. They've made 77 this year. That's about 102 fewer than what Metcalfe has. 24.8%, 62.3% from the foul line, and 29.2 rebounds a game. Of course, the district tournament is next week. We mentioned we got all the 15th district tournament games here on the radio for you starting Monday night with the Trojanettes against Glasgow at 6, followed by Monroe County, Allen County, Scottsville. We'll have the broadcast of that game as well. Tuesday night, a week from tonight, Trojans will take on the Falcons of Monroe County at 6 o'clock. Then Wednesday night, Glasgow will be up against Allen County, Scottsville. We'll have the broadcast of all the tournament games from the 15th District and the 4th Region Tournament from Dillon Arena right here on Nash 103.7. Clinton County and Russell County the 16th, Metcalfe County and Cumberland County, and those games are played at Clinton County next week. Time for the starting lineups brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications. Brandon Brockman in his 5th season in Metcalfe County, 63 wins, 81 losses. His assistant coaches are John Allen and Matt Reed. It's Peyton Dial, number 4, a 5'11 senior, averaging 16.8 points a game. Wyatt Blythe, number 2, a 6'2 junior, averaging 16.8 points and 5 rebounds. Jax Allen, number 30, a 6'2 junior, 16.7 rebounds a game. Dathan Jolly, number 31, a 5'11 fifth-year senior, 7.4 points per game. And Hudson Jesse, number 5, a 6'3 freshman, 5 points and 5 rebounds a game. Averaging almost 8 points a game and 5.5 rebounds. And the Trojans need him in there, Robert.
Great to have him back. Unfortunately, Eli will not be able to go tonight because of that sprained ankle. I assume is the diagnosis that he had in the game against Cumberland County on Friday. Right. He is wearing a walking boot, hopefully more for precaution than anything else. I didn't get a chance to talk to him the last couple of days, so hopefully he'll be back, maybe start of the district tournament. If not, give it a go before that.
Metcalfe County's 11-4 against Region 4 teams. It'd be Warren East by 4, ACS by 19, Monroe County twice by 7-4, Cumberland County by 10-8, Russell County 16-8, Glasgow by 13, beat Clinton by 3, and South Warren by 2. Their losses have been to Clinton County by 5 and by 6, Todd Central by 5, and Greenwood by 28. Metcalfe is in white with maroon numbers and letters and some gray trim. Metcalfe across the front of their jerseys. The Trojans are traveling burgundy tonight with burgundy numbers, or actually white numbers outlined in gold.
They do not have a lot of size. Hopefully that's something we can exploit.
Yeah. Aiden Miller. Aiden Niken. Trojans moving right to left here in this first half. He'll hand it off to Tay Pointer. Metcalfe in a 2-3 zone. Here's Griggs to the right side. Bounces in the middle to Shirley. Now Shirley turns toward the basket. Looks. Goes right side to Pointer. Thought about the 3 that go into Niken. He had it slapped loose. He's double teamed down low. Works in a lot of traffic. Dumps it off underneath and put up and in by Miller.
Pulled it out, created space, and that assist to dump down to Aiden.
That assist brought to you by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Jamie Harris. Let Jamie Harris of Edward Jones assist you today with your financial planning. Metcalfe County with a basketball. This is Jax Allen with it. Near the right elbow, gives to Peyton Dial, trying to penetrate to the left side diagonally. Now takes it halfway to the corner, gives it back out to Allen. Back to Dial to the left corner. He can make some threes. He's hit 49 of them this year. Goes up in traffic, shot goes in. Tough shot for Dial. Eyes it at 2. 1 minute gone here in the first quarter. Tay Pointer deep on the left wing. Cross-court pass over to Niken. He'll fire a 3. Got it!
Welcome to offense. Not normally a three-point shooter, but we'll take it and hopefully get him out of that zone quicker.
That's only his, 8th or 9th of the year out of 41 attempts. And that was a People's Bank 3. 5-2. Barren County. They work it into Dial. He'll flip it up and in. Cutting to the basket. He's got both field goals for Metcalfe County here in the early going. A minute and a half gone. 5-4 Trojans. Left side Pointer. Pointer looking. Now gives it out to Griggs. Griggs works the right side and comes back left. Gives it over to Shirley on the wing. Shirley putting down the dribble. Now goes back to Griggs trying to slice his way into the lane. A whistle and a traveling violation on Griggs.
Unable to continue the move, so when you don't Euro step and you kind of stop, that's where you get the turnover.
51-43, Glasgow wins in overtime over Cumberland County in that girls' game tonight on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. And it's Wyatt Blythe with the basketball. Stops, hands it off to Dial. Wanted to shoot the three. Back out to Blythe. He's guarded by Griggs. Goes back in the corner to Dial. Deep in the right corner against Pointer. Heads with a spin move and a whistle and a foul on Pointer. He thought he got all ball. That's going to put Peyton Dial at the free throw line, a 74% foul shooter on the season. Apparently, he tore his ACL and is not going to have surgery until after the season's over.
He did that in football, right?
Uh-huh.
Towards the end of the
year. He's got a big brace on that right leg. Missed the first free throw. He'll have one more. And he puts this one up, and it's going to come off the rim. Rebound to Ryan Shirley. 5:52 to go here in the first quarter. Barren 5, Metcalfe 4. Niken out to Pointer. Left side, it goes to Griggs. And a pass in the lane there to Niken. He tries to go up. He's fouled.
That's taking advantage of the size. It didn't really work out great for the lob, but he was able to go up over top of everybody and grab it and still power through their arms.
The foul is on C.T. Brandstetter, a 6'2 freshman that actually started tonight in place of Hudson Jesse, the freshman. Both of them are freshmen. Here's a free throw for Niken. No good. Too strong. Shooting 67.2% on the season. He'll have one more. 5:41 to go here in the first quarter. Barren County 5, Metcalfe County 4. Niken gets that one to make it a 6-4 lead for the Trojans. Peyton Dial brings it up for Metcalfe County. He's guarded by Tay Pointer. He'll send it off, picked off by Griggs. He's tried to save it in bounds. He was on the sideline over there. Nice effort by Mason Griggs, though. Gives it back to Metcalfe with 5:29 to play here in the first quarter. Ball comes out to Dial. Dial gets rid of the basketball to Blythe. Out top is Jolly. Now Jolly goes right side with it with a three-point shot for Allen, and it's in there. That's his 41st three-point shot of the year. They like to put it up. They average 7 a game. Metcalfe leads at 7-6. Cross-court pass is Pointer firing up the three. It's no good. And Miller trying to get to the rebound, out of bounds to Metcalfe. 4:59 left.
You're going to have to find a way to score points to keep pace with him. I don't think you're going to be able to defensively hold them to anything like the girls were able to do to theirs. Yeah. So you really have to do a good job finding a way to score.
And a pass down underneath there, and a shot put up no good. Rebound to Niken off the missed shot from Brandstetter. Niken, a floater in the lane. Good.
Just take it right at them until they stop you, and if they don't, float it up and in.
Long three straight away, way off the mark for Brandstetter. Or rather, that was Blythe. Yeah. On a layup, good for Pointer on the other end for the Trojans. Pushes the lead out 10-7 for Barren.
That's what happens when you take ill-advised quick shots. They usually wind up in layups on the other end.
And here's Peyton Dial. He'll get rid of the basketball to Jolly on the right side. He's defended by Ryan Shirley. Out it comes to Blythe. They work it around the perimeter left. Here's a three by Dial. It's off the mark. Rebound to Aiden Miller. He'll give it to Ryan Shirley. Shirley, left side out front, gives to Niken, goes in the lane, goes under, trying to go up for the shot, and he's fouled. It'll be on Allen, I think. No, it's on Brandstetter. That's 2 on him. And 2 on the Hornets here early in the ball game as Aiden Niken at the line for 2 shots. First one is on the way, and it's no good. Too strong. This first quarter brought to you by German American Banks, supporting the communities we serve and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Hudson Jesse now in the ball game for Metcalfe County. Ryan Shirley has checked out for the Trojans, and Lane Stevens has come in. Free throw for Niken, good. 2 for 4. He's got 7. 11-7. Trojans lead it. As Blythe handles the basketball for Metcalfe County. Pull up, and he'll lob it over in the corner to Allen.
Out of bounds.
Yep. So turnover by Metcalfe County. As we have the Farmers RECC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening tip-off. The Officials for tonight's game, same three we had in the girls. Scott Daniels, Tommy Young, Chris Reeder, powered by Farmers Energy, Propane Plus and More Store. Griggs with it, 3.5 to go, first quarter. Over goes to Pointer on the right side. Skips it in there to Stevens in the middle. Stevens turns. Bounce pass back of the right wing. Griggs floats it down in there to Miller. He's double teamed. Miller trying to work inside. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul.
Got to have an outlet to pass it. He wasn't able to find anybody. You got to make yourself available. That's why he kind of turned around and bowled into the Metcalfe defender.
Dial with the basketball. Hands it off out there to Blythe. He'll bring it across the midcourt stripe for Metcalfe. It's off to the right side. Gets a screen set there from Jesse. Now heads back the other way. He walked, carried it, but it's going to be out of bounds off the Trojans.
From Aiden Miller. Knocked it away, just couldn't go grab it before it went out of bounds.
Blythe will toss it in front of the Barren County bench. It comes out to Dial. Dial sends it over to Jolly out front, fires it down, and the ball skipped off for the hands of Blythe and out of bounds.
Tried to score it before he caught it, and that's why we'll get them into their second turnover and us a chance to extend our 4-point lead.
Mason Griggs, bounce pass left, Pointer, can't shoot the three. He's defended there by Blythe. Left elbow, Miller, jump shot, got it.
Look good. When he's able to put a little arch underneath it, he can knock down some jump shots.
Second field goal of the quarter for Aiden Miller, 13-7. Trojans lead it by 6.
We've actually shot the ball really well to start the game.
Peyton Dial gives it off to Blythe. Long range right, sends it out to Jesse. He'll get rid of it to Dial. So he's defended by Pointer. And now cutting into the lane, pump fake, shot goes up short for Allen. Rebound and Niken pulls it out of there, and he races down the court with it. Pulls up the free throw line, dishes it off to Miller. Missed the shot, follow good for Griggs.
Absorbed the contact, could have been an and one opportunity, but good job by Griggs following up, not taking for granted that was going in. And a quick 8-point lead with 2 minutes to go prompts a Metcalfe County timeout.
Yep, Mason Griggs with his first 2 of the quarter makes it 15-7. And a timeout by the Hornets.
Really good job defensively early. I like our energy. Our energy is actually carrying over into the offensive end. We're holding them to 1 and done. We have not given up an offensive rebound yet. Unfortunately, they've missed their last 4 shots, and we've taken that straight into transition. We're not letting them get back and set up, so, we don't have to work through their zone that they showed earlier in the game, and we're taking it right to the rim.
Trojanettes winning earlier tonight, 49-35 over the Metcalfe County Lady Hornets. Got 16 points from Raven Ennis, 12 from Katie Murphy, 9 each from Macy Lockhart and Abby Varney, and a 3 from Mary Claire Warren tonight. Clinton County, Thursday night, final regular season game. It's also homecoming. Homecoming will take place at halftime of the boys' game on Thursday night. Then we'll have a few nights off to get ready for a full slate of district tournament action starting Monday night at Glasgow High School.
By the way, we're doing homecoming pep rally on Thursday. I told them you're going to take my spot in the games. Okay?
No. Shot goes up and missed for Allen. The rebound comes off to Griggs as he races down the floor against Jesse. And now he'll pull up, give it to Niken. Niken goes left side and has it stolen away from him, from Peyton Dial. Dial drives in against Pointer, puts it up and in, and draws a foul. And I'm not sure what Pointer did there. I guess he got him with the body. And so that will be Pointer's second. He'll have to come out. Team's third of the first half. And Peyton Dial gets the bucket for point number 6. Make it 15-9. And Dial 0 for 2. Got that one to fall in. 15-10. Metcalfe now in a full court pressure as Colton Stevens handles the basketball in the backcourt. Colton Stevens sends it off to Niken. Niken on the left wing. He's defended there by Allen. Shirley sets a screen for him. Wants to go the other way. Spins. Splits the defenders. Off balance shot and drops it in. Wow. Just trying to twisting around there for that shot for his 9th point.
It was back across his body. He threw it up off and just got it to roll in. 17-10.
Dial We're down to 1:06 to go here in the first quarter. And here's a layup that's missed. And offensive rebound put back up from 10. No good. Niken with a rebound. Niken stops. Free throw line. Now cuts in the lane. Dumps it in there underneath. Griggs trying to go up with a shot and win it over the rim and back the other way. Here's a three in the air. No good. Rebound comes off to Lane Stevens. He gives it off to Griggs. Trojans want to run. Nice bounce pass. Shirley lays it in.
How about that?
That's a highlight if I ever seen one. Give that assist to Mason Griggs. Or rather, Ryan Shirley. That was beautiful. 19-10, 25 seconds to go. First quarter. Dial, right elbow jumper, good.
Breaks
Dial, 9 of Metcalfe's 12.
Breaks a drought for them. They had missed their last about 7.
14 seconds to go here in the quarter. Colton Stevens with the basketball for Barren. Spins back to the right, gives to Griggs. He heads in, spin move, trying to go up. He's fouled by Jolly. That'll be his first, team's third, with 4.1 seconds to play here in the first.
It's pretty clear they've got mismatch problems against us on the offensive end, and that clear-out play was a prime example of that.
And so Mason Griggs, 73.5% for the line. Cans the first one. Aiden Miller got a little bit of break there. Comes in for Aiden Niken to give him a little bit of breather. Makes it 20-12, Barren County. Griggs back of the line for his second free throw shot. It's in there. 21-12 as Bray Bewley checks into the Trojan lineup. 5'10 freshman for Mason Griggs. 4 seconds to go. All comes in a Dial. He's going to try to come in a hurry. In the corner, here's Hudson, a three. It's Hudson Jesse knocking it down from the deep left corner to finish the quarter to cut the lead to 6. It's Barren County 21, Metcalfe County 15. We'll return with a second quarter after this break. This is Trojan Basketball brought to you by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7. County as Jolly handles the basketball out front against Lane Stevens. Takes him one-on-one, drives, had it slacked out of his hands. Miller saved him going out of bounds, got him midair underneath the basket. Here's Bewley down the right side. Lane Stevens stops on the right wing. He'll throw it back out to Colton Stevens. Stevens over to Shirley. Now Bewley with it on the left side. Bewley heads into the lane, up and under, can't shoot. Now gives it back off in the corner to Shirley on the left-hand side. Back off to Colton Stevens. 1 minute gone here in the second quarter. Left side, Lane Stevens. Miller, left elbow, jumper off the mark. Rebound comes off to Dial for Metcalfe County. Dial, spin move, goes up with a shot, missed everything. He kind of lost it going up. And here comes Colton Stevens, a 3-on-2. Bounce pass in there to Bewley. Bewley trying to go up with a shot, can't get it to go. Miller puts it back up and in.
Miller said, I am back.
Yeah. 25-15 Trojans, their largest lead of the basketball game with 6:20 to play here in the first half. And now Allen having trouble with it. Almost had it stolen away. Now fires up a 15-footer. Shirley fell down. And Allen gets his second field goal to make it 25-17. Here's Shirley with it in the left corner. Shirley. Oh, a bad pass. Kind of one hand. Yeah. And here's Dial with it in front court. Right side it goes to Allen. Allen steps back, can't shoot the three, spins around, looking for help. And he's going to have to do something with it. And finally got rid of it. New player in the ball game. Got a whistle and a timeout by Brandon Brockman. New player in the ball game is Hunter Nutgrass, a 5'7 junior. Just checked in. He was in a whale of trouble there, and they called the timeout with 5:46 to go. Here in the first half, Barren County leading 25-17.
Got in a bad position, and timeout bailed them out there, but you know, what I think we have to do this quarter, we scored 21 in the first quarter. That's as many as probably we've scored all year in a quarter, but we can't disappear in the second quarter. You know, we've had quarters like that, and then we come back and score 4 or 5. You know, we've already made at least one jump shot. We're going to have to continue to put points on the board. As you see, they're just going to run up and down and take quick shots, and it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Ball comes out to Blythe, who's back in. Drives against Bewley. Shovels it off the left wing. Dial a 3. No. Rebound, Niken. And the ball hit his foot, but picked it back up. Lane Stevens got it back to him. Bewley on the right side. Now fires it off to Niken. Niken trying to make a spin move on his defender, Jesse. Back out to Bewley. Back out now. It comes to Griggs to set up. Bounce pass left, Lane Stevens. Got Dial guarding him. And left elbow is Miller. Miller back out to Lane Stevens. He can't shoot the 3. That drives in. He'll fire up a 10-footer, and he hit it.
That's a tough run and jump shot. You know, Lane's been shooting the 3 really well, but had to put it on the deck there. Shows his versatility offensively.
27-17. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Dial with it for Metcalfe. Floats it down in there to Allen. Allen can't shoot. He's guarded by Niken. Now here's Jolly forcing up the shot. It pops out. Niken couldn't grab the rebound. Came right back to Jolly. Now Dial with it. Loops it over for a 3-point shot that's good for Blythe. They've got 3 guys that have scored 40 or more threes this season. He's one of them. Here's Griggs putting it up and missing the shot. Rebound to Dial. 27-20. Dial spins, goes up with a shot and puts it in. Got around Griggs.
You cannot go for the steal when you have no help. You've got to just play solid defense. And, you know, without Tay with his 2 fouls, that takes us one less defender. And he was guarding Dial, so that forces everybody to kind of shift off their assignments and give us one less defender out there. And they're trying to take advantage, catching up here as they've already scored, 7 to our 5-4 or 5-6.
What was it, 27-17 at one time?
Yeah.
So they've scored 5. A 5-0 run anyway, but they have scored 7 in this second quarter. Barren has scored 6. 10 points have been the largest lead. 4:18 to play here in the first half. Lead cut in half, 27. Make a move in a lot of traffic, feeds it off to Miller, puts it up and in.
You get to the middle of the floor and you can really distribute from there because there's so many passing angles. Another assist to Aiden Niken.
Yep, another Edward Jones financial advisor, Jamie Harris assist, 29-22. Here's Dial trying to drive against Griggs, and Griggs trying to cut him off. And that'll be his first and the team's 4th. Ryan Shirley and Colton Stevens will return to the Trojan lineup as Bewley and Lane Stevens come out. 3:29 to go here in the first half. Metcalfe County with a basketball. Barren up by 7, and the 3-point shot is missed. Jesse offensive board. Here's Dial. Had it stripped away for a moment from Shirley, but right in the hands of Jolly. He throws it up. It's no good. Should have been a collision right there with Aiden Niken, but no foul called. On the other end, here's Griggs off balance. Puts it in. Should have got fouled on that one. But he got the 2-point basket anyway, and it's 31-22.
You just get from one end to the other as quick as we possibly can. That's what's working for us offensively.
Dial with it on the right side. Cuts back left. Goes in the lane. His jump shot is coming out. We got a foul called. And it'll be on Colton Stevens. His first, team's 5th. They're going to say a non-shooting foul. And so Metcalfe will have it. Dial will toss it in. Sends it out. And here's a jump shot, free throw line, no good for Blythe. Rebound to Ryan Shirley, gives it off to Colton Stevens. Stevens now out to Shirley. Feeds it in the lane there, underneath to Niken, and he puts it in.
How about that for a sensational play? Caught it in the middle and then threw it over his shoulder.
Yep, that's the Zaxby's sensational play of the game right there. 33-22. Barren County with 11-point lead. Dial with the top of the circle. 2:27 to go in a half. Oh, that should have been an offensive foul. He went sailing, Colton Stevens. He got it, though, off the missed shot. Pushing it down the floor for Barren. He'll hook it off in the corner. Shirley for three. No good. And we got a whistle and a foul. And Colton Stevens went to the deck pretty up.
I mean, they took him down twice. One was a blatant charge that they didn't call, and that one was just a tackle on Colton.
So 31, that's Jolly. His second, team's fourth. Lane Stevens and Bray Bewley checking back into the Trojan lineup. Colton Stevens and Aiden Miller will come out. Bewley will toss it in. Left baseline. Looking, lobs it into the backcourt. I'm going to call over and back. Yeah, just. I think he got a little push there when he got into the backcourt too. All comes into Dial. Dial works against Bray Bewley. He wants to drive now. Throws up a 10-footer that's way short. Rebound Niken. Ahead up to Griggs. One dribble, up and under, puts it in. Wow, what a play.
They play the same kids, and they're out of breath right now.
35-22, almost a steal there, and a turnover. Shovel pass underneath. Here's Allen missing the layup. Rebound comes off to Niken. Niken down the middle. Spin move in traffic. Up with a shot. Puts it in.
Pretty impressive. All we're doing is taking it right to the teeth of their defense that really doesn't have very many teeth right now.
And now the Trojans out to their largest lead of the ball game at 15. 1:36 to go. Here in the first half, it is 37-22.
Followed up a 21-point quarter with what's that, a 16-point quarter, and we still got over a minute and a half to go. So right now is a good time for Metcalfe to take the timeout, not only because we've exploded a 15-point lead, but because they are winded, and we are getting a rebound. They're not making a lot of shots right now. I've got them missing their last 6, and they're not getting a whole lot offensively, and we're just taking it to them on our end.
And one thing about the Hornets, they don't go deep on the bench. They've only played, 7? And the 7th player only played like 30 seconds.
Yeah, they don't go very deep at all. All their scoring pretty much comes from those same, really 4 guys.
Dial averages almost 17, so does Blythe, and Allen averages 16, so that's the bulk of their points right there. They lose it. Griggs has it for the Trojans. He's on the run. Griggs pulls up in the lane underneath the Niken. He gets pushed to the floor and slides underneath over to James Brown underneath the basket there.
He's got to be shooting. He went straight up with it as soon as he caught it, doesn't he?
Well, you're not going to call it a shooting foul? Interesting. Foul was on Allen.
Yes.
His first, team's 5th. Miller has it out front. Hands home to go in the first half. Griggs against Jolly. Right side it goes to Bewley. Now Bewley gets a screen from Niken. He's going to fire up a long one. It is going to be short. And on the rebound, Niken saves it going out of bounds, but it's taken by Metcalfe County. Just under a minute to play here in the first half. Here's a 3 from the left wing that's no good. Crashing aboard is Niken. Niken down the left side, heads toward the middle. Hooks it off to Miller, and he had it blocked on him. Should have been a foul there on the Trojans.
We tried to tip it to one of our teammates. I think Aiden Niken was the one that tipped it.
Yeah.
The second person's got to grab it. You can't just keep tipping it back and forth.
Allen's at the line. A shot goes up. It's good. He shoots 75.7% on the season. That makes it 37-23. Colton Stevens and Lane Stevens. Got Ryan Shirley, Aiden Niken, Mason Griggs on the court right now for the final 37.3. Second shot is also good for Jax Allen. 37-24. 35 seconds to play. Colton Stevens with the ball. He goes right over to Griggs. Now Griggs on the dribble. Back over to Colton Stevens. Pressure from Blythe. 20 seconds to play. Out to Niken. And Niken will hand it off to Colton Stevens again. Down to 12. He'll give it to Griggs. Griggs feeds it off to Lane Stevens. Back over goes to Griggs, going baseline, goes inside, splits the defenders, puts it in and draws a foul.
How about that delivery to the bucket? Good job going at the rim and leaving plenty of time for an offensive rebound.
Basket and free throw for Mason Griggs. Phillips IGA special delivery of the game. Shop online at phillipsiga.com and schedule your delivery today. To bring Hunter Nutgrass back in with 4.4 left for Metcalfe County. Griggs' free throw is good.
Make sure we defend here. They ran sideline break, got a 3 at the end of the first quarter. Yep. Can't let that happen again.
As the ball comes in, it is Bly, midcourt, going to launch it up for 3. Out of bounds. That ends the first half. And the Trojans have scored 40 here in the first half. Metcalfe County 24. Back with our halftime report brought to you by Phillips IGA in Highsville after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball brought to you by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on Nash 103.7. Trojans lead at 40-24 over Metcalfe County here in Edmonton tonight. This is the halftime report brought to you by Phillips IGA in Highsville. Shop online at phillipsiga.com and schedule your delivery today. Trojans jumped out to a 21-15 lead at the end of the first quarter. They outscored the Hornets 19-9 in the second period of play. And for Metcalfe County in the first half, they had 9 field goals, 3 3-pointers, 3 of 5 from the stripe. Peyton Dial leading the way for Coach Brandon Brockman's team. He has 11 points in the first half, 5 field goals, 1 of 3 from the stripe. Jax Allen scored 7 out of 3, a 2, and 2 of 2 free throws. 3-point baskets, each from Wyatt Blythe and from Hudson Jesse. Dathan Jolly started the ball game but has not scored. Finishing the half with 3 personal fouls, and C.T. Brandstetter picking up 2. Jax Allen had 1. For the Trojans, 17 field goals, only 1 of those a 3-point shot. That was made from Aiden Niken. And the Trojans are 5 of 7 from the charity line. Aiden Nyken leading the way for Coach Warren Cunningham with 13 points in the first half. 5 baskets, the 1-3, 2 of 4 from the foul line. There are 3 players in double figures here in the first half. Mason Kriggs has 11, 4 baskets from 2-point range, and 3 of 3 from the foul line. 10 for Aiden Miller. And 2 points each for Tay Pointer, Ryan Shirley, and Lane Stevens. Colton Stevens and Bray Bewley saw action but did not score in the first half. Foul situation, Aiden Miller with 2, Tay Pointer with 2, and 1 each on Mason Griggs and Colton Stevens. So the Trojans shooting the ball really well here in this first half.
I may be a little off on the stats here, but it's close as always. 17 of 25. I've got a 68%. That number seems high, but we have played really well offensively. We've got a lot of good looks going to the bucket, so it's close. We haven't shot hardly any threes. We were just 1 of 2 for 50%. I think Tay took one and missed, and then Aiden made his. So that shows you what we're really doing offensively, just going straight at them, and it's working. Held them to 9 of 30 for 30%. They were 3 of 11 for deep for 27. We out-rebounded them 20-9. That's a big number. They did have 1 more offensive rebound than we did. They had 4. We had 3 offensive boards. But, you shoot over 65%. You out-rebound them by 11 in the first half. Neither team had a ton of turnovers. They had 4. We had 5. Just all in all, a pretty good half of basketball. And you see when we get a little bit of space, when we get a little bit of transition offense, and it's not really sideline break like Metcalfe ran there a few times. It's just push the ball up the floor. You get it and you don't dribble it. You pass it ahead instead of dribbling it ahead. It's been really, really effective. It's actually been fun to watch as well. And hopefully we can follow up what's been 2 really good quarters. We had a 21 and a 19-point quarter. In fairness, there's been games we haven't scored 40 points this year. So we got to follow it up. We can't be satisfied. A 16-point lead can dwindle really quickly against a team that scores like they do.
Coca-Cola scoreboard update. Open a Coke and enjoy the game. Glasgow leads Cumberland County boys after 1 period of play, 19-14. Reminding you, you're following Barren County High basketball on Nash 103.7 FM, WHHT. Cave City, Glasgow, and online at Nash1037.com. Lots of basketball tonight. Of course, the Trojanettes, who were a 12-point favorite tonight over Metcalfe County, won by 14, 49-35 over the Lady Hornets. And again, Thursday night is the last regular season game at home, and the last game of the season at home against Clinton County, and it's homecoming night. Before we head to the district tournament Monday night at Glasgow High. 5 nights of basketball. We got all the games here on the radio on Nash 103.7, and also we'll have all the tournament action as well. From the 4th region tournament at EA Diddle Arena, we'll have every tournament game of the boys and girls 4th region tournament right here on Nash 103.7. We're giving them 7 minutes to warm up.
Seems like we're going to have a little extended halftime. They had a little, I think, a dance clinic, and let those girls that came to that dance clinic have some time out on the floor. And I saw 8 minutes on there, and they didn't start that 8 minutes until that was completely cleared. So more than enough time for halftime, and then more than enough time to warm up. I've got a few more scores if you want to start with that. You reported earlier Glasgow girls won over Cumberland in overtime 51-43. Greenwoods girls beat Allen County Scottsville 52-46. Bowling Green's boys finished undefeated at home this year. They beat North Hardin 78-65. Warren Central boys took 2 overtimes to beat Evangel Christian 61-55. And then, if you remember, Franklin Simpson and Russellville girls was like a 13-10 game at the end of the first quarter. Well, Franklin Simpson girls only let them score 7 points the rest of the game and beat them 53-17. Wow. So a big turnaround there. I don't think they even scored any points in the second quarter. So those are the scores I have. And got a few more minutes here before we get underway and see what we can do to finish out our road slate before we finish up at home on Thursday night.
Of course, we always talk about the district tournaments. We try to make a few predictions. Well, now they've cut it down to 3 minutes.
That's a big quick.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. We'll talk about that though more in depth because the 13th pairings have not been listed online yet. as of this afternoon. The rest of them have the 14th, 15th, and 16th. We do know from the 14th boys, Warren Central got the number 1 seed, so that means Bowling Green and Greenwood are going to have to play each other. One of those teams are not going to make it to the regional tournament.
That's tough. 2 top 15 teams in the state, but that's the way it's going to be down there for at least one more year until they switch up districts.
Right. Warren East moves to the 15th district next year. Of course, Monroe County moves back to the 16th with Metcalfe, Cumberland, and Clinton, and Russell. All right, we'll be back with the second half. The Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial second half. After this break, this is Barren Basketball, brought to you by Don Franklin Glasgow on Dash 103.7. And we're ready to go with the second half. Metcalfe just now coming back on the court.
They might have sent somebody out to see how much time was left before they dropped it down to 3 minutes. So they might have just now been learning that it's time to go.
Yeah. Kentucky and Tennessee on the hardwood tonight. Is now really getting ready to tip off, aren't they?
A late tip, 8 o'clock in Knoxville.
Yep. Ryan Shirley will toss it in at midcourt across the way as it comes into Mason Griggs, the 2-3 zone. Right side it goes to Niken, back out the pointer. Over the left side now to Griggs. As Miller comes to set a screen, he'll dump it down in there to Niken, and midair puts it in and draws a foul.
Good draw up by Coach Lee Johnson there at the break right before we came out, anticipated them starting a 2-3 zone and drew up a little lob play. That's a tough angle to throw it there from 15 feet, but good job on the execution by the guys as well.
Niken's free throw's good. Old-fashioned three-point play gives him 16 tonight. And the lead is stretched to 19. It's 43-24.
I like starting with the momentum. Don't give them any hope that you're going to be able to give them momentum back.
Peyton Dial cut off. Out to Allen. Allen started by Niken. Now he needs help. Bounce pass, break it up in there was Dial. Trying to go up with it. Digging it out of there is Aiden Miller. Comes Niken across left side, pointer out of the corner for three. It's short, barely crazy iron. Allen ahead, up for a layup that is good for Blythe.
It's kind of what we did to them. They missed threes and we made layups off of it.
43-26. Shirley with it on the right side with it for Barren. Gets a screen from Miller. Dribbles to the top of the key. Backs out. Bounce pass right over to Miller. Miller, a little shake and bake move. Gets cut off, though, by Blythe. Here's Pointer. Back out to Griggs, top of the circle. Griggs trying to make a move. Right side of the lane. Spin move. Scoop shot up and in.
I don't know how he slid through there. That was a narrow window, but he has made his living last couple of years doing just that.
13 for Mason Griggs tonight. 45-26 the score. 19-point lead. Dial gets cut off from Pointer. Out of the corner, Allen a three. Rattles it down. That's his second tray of the ball game. He's got 10. 45-29. Pointer with it on the left wing for Barren. In the left corner, Niken trying to go up the baseline. Feeds it off. It kind of bounced off somebody's shoulder there. Here's a floater in the lane. Good for Griggs.
Did a really good job tonight passing the basketball. Another assist slicing down the lane.
And now the lead is stretched to 18. Largest of the night, 47-29. Now with it is Brandstetter. Brandstetter, right side of the circle. He'll give it out to Dial. Dial now against Tay Pointer, who's got 2 fouls. Spins, goes up with a jump shot.
Hit him on the forearm.
That's 3 on Tay Pointer. First of the second half against the Trojans, and putting Dial at the line for 2 shots. He's 1 of 3 tonight, 11 points in the first half. And the first one is good. Makes it 47-30. Dial at the line. One more shot on the way, and he got that one too. Gives him 13. 47-31. Griggs off to Niken on the near side. Niken gets a screen from Shirley. Dribbles it right side of the lane. Forces up the shot. No good. Rebound comes off to Blythe. Blythe, 3-on-3. He'll go up against Pointer and put it in.
Now it's just starting to be a track meet. Just back and forth.
47-33. Pointer with it on the left side for Barrett. Out to Griggs. Griggs trying to slice his way between 2 defenders. Take it away. That might have been a foul right there, but no call. Shovel pass over to Dial. 3 if it goes. No. And rebounded there by Miller. We got a whistle. Oh, a travel on Miller. Anyway, it's Metcalfe's ball. The ball comes out to Blythe. He'll give it to Allen. Allen jump shot over Niken. No. And Miller snagging the rebound. That should be a foul now. They grabbed him, had his arm pulled, and pulled him down to the floor.
Got to be strong with it, and he was there.
So, Barren County's basketball. Who was the foul on? 31? Or 30?
I think it was 30, yeah.
Okay, Ben Allen is 3. That's 3 on him. Jolly also has 3. Second foul of the half. Lob down into Niken. Oh, he gets fouled too. And it'll be on Brandstetter. Raked him across the face and take it out underneath the basket to the left side. Coming in for Metcalfe County is Coleman Bowling, a 6-foot senior. First appearance for him tonight. And the inbounds pass kind of skipped off the hip of Miller and out of bounds. Unforced turnover right there. 47-33. Metcalfe has scored the last 4 points. We're at 4:40 to go here in the third period. Dial the basketball, gets rid of it to Allen. Allen out to Jolly for a 3-point shot that's no good. Offensive rebound by Metcalfe. Another 3-point attempt that's good. This time for Allen. 2 in a row here in this third. And that cuts it to 11. They're on a 7-0 run right now. 47-36. Pointer hands it off to Niken. Free throw line. Jump shot. Got it.
Good answer. Timeout there by Warren to kind of stop the run and see if we can just get some breath. And they have made a few buckets in a row, really doing really the offense that we had in the whole first period, just running and gunning and get an offensive rebound. So, you know, just some plays that we failed to make, and they cashed in the last few sequences.
This third quarter is brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. 49-36, Trojans by 13. Their largest has been 18 at 47-29. At 4:09 to go. Halftime score on the Coca-Cola scoreboard for the Glasgow-Cumberland County game. Glasgow leads 32-30 at halftime.
How about this one? Greenwood boys 23, Allen 4 at the end of the first quarter.
They're mad because they lost to Warren Central last night by 22.
Tough game.
Taking it out on Allen.
Yeah, tough game. I think they got the 2 seed, so they'll have to play Bowling Green.
Yep, sure will. Peyton Dial out to Allen. Bounce pass left, Jolly. Whistle, foul on Ryan Shirley. His first, Barren's second of the half. Lane Stevens will come in to replace Ryan Shirley for the Trojans. 3:52 to play here in the third. Barren up by 13. As Dial having trouble inbounding. Knocked away by Miller, but Dial got it right back. Works it into the paint from Metcalfe County on the left side. Pulls up and shoots the three. Got it.
Back-to-back threes. Gets it back to a single-digit game at 9.
They've cut it in half. It was 47-29, 18-point lead. Now down to 9. Griggs puts it up. It's no good. Miller throws it back up too strong, and the rebound comes down to Dial.
Got to be careful right here.
2:25 to go here in the third quarter. Dial off balance, throws it up. No. Ball tapped over. Lane Stevens off to Griggs, and a player down. That's Dial. As Griggs goes up, he gets hammered. That'll be a blocking foul on Jolly. Dial is down on the floor. And Jolly, that'll be his 4th personal. Team foul number 4 against Metcalfe County. Not sure what's happened, but of course Dial playing with a torn ACL.
Stuff. It clearly takes away your lateral movement, but it doesn't. You know, if you didn't know that, you honestly wouldn't be able to tell.
Well, he's up, walking on his own, heading over the Metcalfe bench. So at the line, Mason Griggs will shoot 2, where he's 3 of 3 tonight. They brought in Nutgrass to replace Dial at the moment. Mason Griggs, free throw on the way, good. 18 now for Mason Griggs. Ryan Shirley and Colton Stevens come in to replace Tay Pointer and Aiden Miller. Give them a break with 2:13 to play here in the third quarter. 10-point lead for the Trojans as Griggs fires and hits. 53-42, 2:10 to go. Third period of play here in Edmonton. As Blythe works it to the left side. Trying to get a screen. Pulls up, dumps it in the lane. One-hand shot up and in off the window for Allen. 8 points this quarter for Allen, 15 for the ball game. And then Niken had it stripped away on the other end. Here's Bly laying it up, missing the shot. Rebound Niken off to Colton Stevens. Down it goes to Griggs. He goes up and he is going to be fouled by Jolly. And if it's on Jolly, I have him for 5, but I may have missed one somewhere.
14 or 31. Yeah, 31.
Apparently that's his 4th.
Might have gave one to him a while ago that
should have went to Allen probably. Griggs at the line, shot good. 6 for 6 at the stripe for Mason Griggs, makes it 54-44. Back to a 10-point lead. Largest has been 18. Griggs' second shot is good. He's got 10 points this quarter, 21 for the ball game. 55-44. Trojans by 11. Minute 35 left to play, third period. Here's another 3-point shot. No good this time. And rebound comes off to Niken. Colton Stevens went to the deck, but got right up. He thought he got pushed off.
They got a shove in the back.
Yep. Now backtracking in is Niken. Forcing up the shot. No. Follow up, no. Well, letting him play right now. Off the left side. They cut off. Bounce pass out to Bly. Steps back, shoots a 3 over Niken, and he nails it.
Tough shot.
That cuts it to 8.
Got to calm down a little bit and be a little bit more careful with the basketball.
18-point lead down to 8, 55-47. 50 seconds to play in the third. Colton Stevens with the basketball. Looks out to Shirley. Right side it goes to Griggs. Griggs trying to get around his defender. Goes inside, flips up the shot. Can't get it to go. And the rebound comes off to Jesse.
Missed our last 5.
And now here's a running layup. Good for Blythe. Their momentum has definitely shifted to Metcalfe County. They've cut an 18-point lead down to 6. 55-49, 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Colton Stevens with the basketball. Getting some pressure out there from Nutgrass, and he's called for the foul. It'll only be the 15th foul, or is that 6 on Metcalfe in the second half. And so Peyton Dial coming back in the ball game for Metcalfe. And actually, that's a 17th foul. So it is 1-1 for Colton Stevens. And his free throw is on the way. It's short.
Whoa.
Yep. And nothing called there either. 9 seconds left in the quarter. Out near midcourt. Here's Blythe. He's going to launch it up straight away. 3. Got it.
Just couldn't get in his face.
Cuts it to 3 at 55-52. Wow. They scored 28 points in the third quarter. They only scored 24 the entire first half. And Barren County only scores 15 in the third period. It's 55-52. Barren County back with the fourth quarter after this break on Nash 103.7. The Hornets have the momentum. They've cut an 18-point deficit down to 3. It's 55-52. So we start the fourth quarter. Blythe, free throw line jumper comes off. Rebound to Ryan Shirley for the Trojans. As Shirley gets it into the front court. Drives it into the lane. Gets bumped a couple of times. Lane Stevens a 3. In and out. Crashing aboard. Griggs puts it up. He missed it, but a foul. Foul on 33. That is Bowling, his second, team's 8th. Shots for Griggs. The first one comes off. That's his first miss from the line. He was 7 of 7. Metcalfe County scored on 6 threes in that third quarter. 18 of their 28 points coming from behind the arc.
To 10 field goals.
Yeah. Griggs back in the line for one more. He puts it up and in. Jolly coming back into the Metcalfe County lineup for Bowling.
I had him 10 of 17, 6 of 9 for 3 in that quarter. And we were only 5 of 12.
56-52, Barren County. 30 seconds gone here in the fourth quarter. This fourth quarter brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Dial driving to the bucket. He's going to be fouled. And Mason Griggs commits a foul, his second, team's third of the second half. 16 points on the night. That's his average on the season. His free throw is up. It's good. Gives him 17. It's 56-53. He can cut it to 2. And the shot goes up, and it is good again for Dial. 56-54. Mason Griggs with the basketball for Barren County against Jolly. Bounce pass, left elbow Shirley. Got smacked the crossing arm and no foul call. Here's Blythe, 3 in the air. It is bouncing off the rim. Battle for the rebound. It's slapped out to Griggs. And he gets fouled in the backcourt by Jolly. And that should be 5 this time. Yep, he's going to foul Mason Griggs at the charity stripe. 1 + 1. That's 9 fouls against Metcalfe in the second half. So coming in will be Brandstetter. On the left side, pull, and the rebound battle for it. Grabbed in there by Niken. Niken push it behind the back dribble, pulls up, right elbow shot, no good. And the rebound comes off to Allen for Metcalfe County.
Not being smart right now with offense.
And here is Blythe with it, driving, going to the bucket, pump fake, puts it up, it is no good. Battle for the rebound, put up and in by Allen. And Metcalfe has taken the lead, 58-57. 5:13 to play. Colton Stevens, right side over to Niken. Niken trying to make a move on his defender. Goes up strong, puts it in, and a foul.
The question was going to be if we could make enough points down the stretch to keep up with them after our hot start. Now we're going to have to play catch-up. We did a great job on that possession, just taking it right at them. That's more under control instead of trying to take things that aren't there. Our first bucket.
Since leading back up to a 2-point cushion for the Trojans at 60-58.
Long way to go in this.
Peyton Dial, Barren County 2-3 zone. And it'll be on Jesse, his second. Barren County's basketball with 4:50 remaining. Colton Stevens with it for the Trojans. Being defended by Dial. Bounce pass in the middle to Griggs. Griggs now turns, looks, goes right side to Colton Stevens, down in there to Niken. Niken, triple team, has it taken away. Here is Bly on the other end, puts it up, no good, but a foul.
You know the double or triple teams are coming. You've got to be able to corral it, be strong with it, and pass it out for a 3 or to the opposite side of the block.
Niken's first personal, that's the 5th one on the Trojans here in the second half. And Blythe, 71.4% foul shooter at the line. Puts it up, and it is coming off. 17 points in the second half for Blythe, 20 for the ball game.
It's a good score, isn't it?
Yep. Second shot goes up, he got it. 21 for Blythe. 60-59. Barren County with a 1-point lead, 4:20 left to go. Colton Stevens with it, dribbling to the left side. Reversing back right, backdoor pass. Griggs mishandled it, had to get out of trouble. Puts it back out to Stevens.
Blythe got just a fingertip on it to disrupt that layup.
Now Stevens works against Dial. Left side it goes to Niken. Niken looking for Griggs down low, and he is going to be fouled.
Kickball.
Or was it kick? Oh, I'm sorry. So Griggs will toss it in on the left side of the bucket. Gives in the corner to Miller. Out to Niken. Niken. Down to 3:53 to play. It's a 1-point ball game. Barren 60, Metcalfe 59. Colton Stevens, no look pass down to Miller. Lost the handle. Whistle, what we got? Traveling. He didn't even have the handle of the basketball.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's a jump ball, if anything. A good look.
Left. Barren up by 1, 60-59. Here's Dino with it out front. Over the right side, Blythe. 3 in the air. No good. Rebound, Tate Pointer. And going to have a foul called on Metcalfe County.
Good strong rebound. Now Tate's got to go down there and make up 2 free throws. Or double bonus the rest away.
He was on Brandstetter, his 4th.
Oh, 5th.
Oh, was that 5? Okay, that's the one I messed up.
That's the one we switched, I think, earlier, wasn't it? We gave it
Jolly earlier, and then he ended up going fouling out. So now they've had 2 players to foul out. Bring Nutgrass in. The Jolly's fouled out. Brandstetter is fouled out.
Coach Brockman doesn't understand why he has 2 players fouled out. Well, I think the official started.
First free throw is no good. 23 points tonight for Niken. Second shot on the way, and it's good. 24 for Aiden Niken. 1 point lead for Barren, 64-63, and 1:10 to play. With it, right side over to Blythe. Gets a screen set. Slides to the left side. Jumps it up. It is coming off the rim. Ball knocked down. They went off of Niken.
That official failed physics because both of the Metcalfe arms go out of bounds and they get the ball back.
Dial will toss it in with 59.4. So lob it out to Blythe. Blythe trying to make a move. Now he's going to drive. Throws it off right side. Nutgrass has it. Feeds it down inside there. Whistle and a foul on the floor. And they're going to put it on Lane Stevens. His first, team's 8th. 1-1 for Jax Allen. He hit a pair back in the second quarter. 75.7% foul shooter. One of them on a shot goes up. He got it. Ties it at 64.
I think we've got all.
Bank of Glasgow working for you. 64-64 with 46.7. And Allen will be going back to the free throw line for the bonus shot. Barren had a 47-29 lead. Led by 16 at halftime. Metcalfe scores 28 in the third quarter to Barren's 15. And now we've got a 64-64 ball game.
Turned it over too many times. Half of those at least have been in the last minute or so when we're trying to, hang tough with them back and forth. It's been a tough game, good atmosphere. Metcalfe's got a huge crowd over there. We're kind of in the middle of our crowd, and it's hard to see kind of back here behind us. But we had a decent showing ourselves, it seems like. You hate to squander. We got to block out first, though.
Aiden Miller scored 10 points in the first half. He has not scored here in the second. Jax Allen back of the line for
Metcalfe. Time to play for that last shot, but it's win or go to overtime if we can.
And that's what we're going to do is hold on to another timeout by Coach Warren Cunningham with 35.6 seconds to play. 64-64 full timeout here. This is another People's Bank timeout. The People's Bank in Glasgow working for you.
And we've still got another timeout left if we need it, I know.
Coca-Cola scoreboard update. Open a Coke and enjoy the game. Glasgow leads Cumberland County after 3 in the boys' game, 55-48.
Coach Cunningham's drawing up something here in front of us, and no matter what Warren draws up, they're going to come at us, and we're going to have to be strong with the basketball. We can't rely on the stripes to bail us out. If there's some kind of situation where it goes loose ball, we can't allow them or just hope that they blow a whistle. So you got to kind of put your destiny in your own hands, be strong with the basketball. Don't try to force anything down the lane if it's not there. Get a good look. Ideally you would kind of go with 6-8 seconds left. You want a shot with probably 4 in case there's an offensive rebound.